Hello, everyone. It's amazing to see you. Happy Wednesday. As always, it is so happy to be here. First of all, I wanted to open up. Thank you so much for the gift. Thank you so much for the subs. And also, thank you so much for the raid, Dice Drinks and Drama. Thank you so much for all the love and support. We love you guys. We do this show for you. And we hope you like today's show. Before we get too far ahead, I'd like to take a second just to kind of read a little something we prepared for today in light of some of the events of yesterday and just going from there. Um, so please give me a few minutes and thank you for your time. Attacks against any group of people are always wrong, and the actions in Atlanta have proven that there has been far too many against the Asian community and Pacific Islander communities. This quarantine has been hard on everyone, but there is no excuse for these attacks. We stand with Black Lives Matter, and we stand with Asian American and Pacific Islanders so that one day we can live up to the promise of our dreams and live in a country where this hate has no place. We stand with the AAPI. And as we uplift and support our Asian communities, please remember that not all Pacific Islanders come from Asian-centric communities, and lumping them all together deafens the voices of Polynesian, Melanesian, Oceanic, and Pacifica peoples and the issues that they face. We stand with you. Thank you so much for that time. And if you're still in the chat and listening, I know you didn't come here for politics. We were sorry, but if you're still around, then we thank you for standing with us as well in solidarity with our community. That being said, I'd like to introduce you to some of your players this evening. Starting with Mr. Michael Powell. Tell him who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Well, I am Michael Powell, and I play the fabulous Rufa. And I play Rufa. He's a human investigator, and our pronouns are he, him, they, them.
Excellent. Awesome, possum. Also, really quick shout out to the chat. Thank you so much, Level 4 Hype Train. We love you guys. Thank you so much. Let's keep this train rolling before I lose my mind. Sam, tell them who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Also, it's a level 5 hype train right now.
It is level 5.
Ooh.
Well, thank you everybody for that. And I'm Sam Sterling. I'm playing Ichipokton Papakui, also known as La Pacifica Dorita. Our pronouns are she, her.
Very nice. Sorry, Sidney made an amazing face. Oh my God. Thank you so much for the subs, Lost Transmute. That's amazing. Thank you so much. I'm going to keep getting distracted if I don't continue on. Kylie, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hey, I'm Kylie, or I go by Kai. It really doesn't matter at this point. I play Shionovis, the Elven Ranger, and we both go by she, her.
Awesome. Sidney, you know you're up next.
I do. I have to call Effie Burton out in chat because he said, how is the hype train a higher level than you are? And I'm like, oh man. Oh, he's right. They're right.
It burns.
They're so right.
I gotta do us like that.
I don't know. I'm yes, please.
But my name is Sidney, and I play Lona, the half-elf cloistered cleric. She's still cloistered. Sam, she's still cloistered. But my pronouns are she, her, and I'm very excited to play tonight and see all my friends.
I really threw you off with that comment last time, huh?
Because I really had to think about it. I'm like, is she still cloistered? And she is. She technically still is.
Like, you're not locked in the tower anymore. You're not in the tower anymore.
You're a free bird.
The tower. You're free.
You're a free bird.
I am, but that's my origin. And I'm not like a battle cleric.
She's still cloistered.
But it would be
up
so
here.
cool if you were just so cloistered up here.
I mean, if you want to become a battle cleric, we can shift some things around later. I'm just saying we can play with that. But that being said, my name is PJ. I am the GM. My pronouns are he, him. I'll be playing everyone else in between. And welcome back to Edge of Legend. As you can see, we have our green on. I have two greens. Just I want to flip the other bird, but we have our greens on. If you haven't had a chance to check out the recap, yours truly's face was all over it. So check it out. I was feeling my hair that day. I thought it looked good. The point is, here's what you missed. So last week on Edge of Legend, episode 33, the heroes overcome a massive ocean and coastline, being surprised by not only the SS Scups with a sea shanty done by the elusive Bun Orc tribe, but they also happen to pass by a little gem called Biltonshire. Surviving both, they are able to finally make their way onto Manglema's boat with their amazing disguises. By the way, do we want to do the shanty now, or do you want to wait for next week to do the shanty?
Wait for next week. We have
We
to have
should
everyone
wait.
here.
Yeah, we should
Yeah.
wait until Ian's here to sing the shanty all together.
Yeah, we got to have the whole clan together when we sing the shanty. So next week
should
when
also
Ian is back, by the way, Ian won't be able to make it tonight. He caught a bad case of food poisoning, so we know he is probably killing that food poisoning from the inside out, and we'll see him next week. Plumbing to please. But without further ado, the heroes are now getting off their little boat, their little dinghy called the Guppy. They're now getting into this giant steel boat with steel plating, just drifting in the not drifting, anchored in the ocean with a wooden plank. They're now entering Manglema's boat. Joe, please play Battle Brain as I set the scene. You enter a very dark and mysterious environment with green lights that just litter the floor and the ceilings, and they pulse. The green lights just give a little bit of view into the pitch black of Manglema's ship. You can hear electricity humming in the metal walls that surround you. If it wasn't for the fact that you have seen this thing from the outside, you could have sworn you were on a cave in a whole other dimension. You can feel the whole room around you pulse as the dark green becomes a sickly hue and shrinks, walking in the green light. Both ways the lanes, you see mutated abominations once called goblins moving, slinking, and oozing their way through. You see a sign. In big letters it says, mutations will continue, and so productivity increases. Welcome to the abomination on the seas. Welcome to the bad goblin sites. Welcome to Manglema's boat. You are now in the dungeon of Manglema. Welcome to the first floor.
Okay, y'all, this is our first dungeon. Who can scan for traps?
Actually,
All right, Kylie and Michael, we're counting on you to get us through this one.
All you, Michael. All you.
all right. I am glad I have the trap finder feat.
Oh, I do want to mention, that's going to be super clutch, by the way.
Yeah.
I do want to mention, Bubble Boil is with you.
Oh.
Bubble Boil is totally not letting you guys go alone on this. She is like, I am coming to. You can be here.
I'm guessing we're still like in our disguises and portraying our aliases. So, as Shiv, the pirate crew member, well, this theme's cheery.
Arr, me see beard says, "Kahorba Bubble Boil. You know how to disarm things, right? These hallways seem to be trapped, methinks."
The goblin looks to you and she says, "How you know? Do you know this how? You have not walked anywheres. You look see nothing. What do you talk about? What do you know?"
The lights be green and ominous. I don't know. I don't know.
Can I use my free open slot of pursue the lead on this dungeon, this location?
This is relevant to the Green War, so yeah, if you want to, but it's kind of redundant.
Okay, never mind then. So I'm guessing Shiv/Rufa is gonna take point now. He's gonna scan ahead, like he's gonna try to walk at least 5 to 10 feet ahead, scanning 5 to 10 feet ahead for any discrepancies, like discolored tiles, pressure plates, anything that looks like cracks that seems out of place that might be, a hidden door or something.
Sure. Go ahead and roll, and after that, well, give me the number. We'll go from there.
Does Alona have a pirate hook?
She does.
Okay, good to know.
She's Seabeard now. Her level 20 disguise gave her a hook and a mug, apparently.
We'll remember that.
I got a 23, but that's not counting the trap finder bonus I get.
Okay. So, before you do that, as you're looking around, as you're searching down this hallway, and by the way, let me show you the first floor dungeon map that you're on. It's my amazing artwork, so give me a second. I have to bring it up. This is the first floor you see in front of you. You are right here where that door is. So you're looking straight down that corridor in front of you, and to the right and to the left. You do notice the right is a dead end. You notice the straight ahead kind of has two things of interest, but kind of curves around, and the left is a far and long corridor. As you're looking around these for traps and things of interest, you suddenly hear this voice above you. It sounds like if a voice could be spoken through a wet sponge. Hey, look out down below. What are you doing down there?
Arg! We be trying to find our way up there.
You want to know what's up there? Is it too muffled? Let me try it again. Why do you want to know what's up there?
Because we need to talk to the captain of this ship, Arg.
Give me a deception check.
Oh, great.
While she's doing that, Rufa, you see, during the voice, you look up, you see what looks like a goblin stuck to the ceiling, like a better word, like a booger, constantly dripping and wet. It's stuck up there. And you see this goblin stuck, but then the eyes roll from where it is to directly below it to look at you. The mouth kind of shifts and moves through its own body to match its eyes so it can speak with you.
What manner of creature ye be?
Goblin?
You don't look like any kind of goblin I've ever seen.
You ain't no prize catch neither. And he starts mimicking your voice back to you. As the more you start talking to him, the more his voice adapts to sound like yours.
Him as this identity, right?
Say it again.
Him, Rufa as Shiv, right? Not Rufa as Rufa.
Yes, as Shiva. Yeah,
Okay.
as Shiv.
Well, Rufa's gonna look back to the group and just kind of gestures up, like WTF.
Ichi as her persona, pirate persona, which Ichi doesn't remember her pirate's persona name.
I have it written down.
I have
It's not Sam that
Crunch.
doesn't remember. Oh,
It is.
Crunch.
Yes.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Ichi as Crunch is gonna walk up next to Rufa and look up and say, "Hello, up there." Ichi's like, "Crap, what was my accent?" Where is the captain? Oh, that's it. The captain of this boat. We're here on mission. You on ceiling. You will just hang there all day. Do you work here? Are you a light fixture?
The voice starts to make that horrible sucking noise until eventually you hear this gulp. And then this voice sounds just like yours as it goes, that depends on which captain you're looking for. The big captain is at the top, and other captain at the bottom.
What be they names?
Sluck, swallow. Sounds like you again, and it goes, I don't know their names. I'm not sure even my own name anymore.
Well, be they have any identifying features or whatnot?
The booger on the ceiling continues. One is small, one is tall. And I've been stuck on this ceiling for going on 300 hours now.
The small one, does it be above or below?
Me don't remember.
The tall one, is it above or below?
Me don't remember. But me think Captain Grunt. Wait. Yeah. Captain Crispy Smithers might remember.
Where do be this captain be?
Around here, some places where there are many goblins like me in the ceilings, in the plumbing, all over the place. Some top, some here, some below. I'm just here until my mutation is complete.
That can't be good for the plumbing. Well, do you want a snack? Each you will pull out like a leftover bun. Be like, I'll give you this bun if you point out the direction we should go, the least dangerous direction.
You suddenly see what looks like a string of mucus or a string of green goop fire out of this goblin's body. It hits your hand, and you can feel what is definitely lips and teeth curl around the bun on your palm, and then shoots the bun up into the booger. Your hands are fine, but the bun is gone.
That was rude.
You offered me food. I took the food. But a goopy arm stretches from this pustule, and he begins to point around, saying, you are here. This place has only two interesting places, here and here down road. If you want to go anywhere, you're either going to have to go through there or go to top side.
PJ, I would like to actually use one of my abilities called Pointed Question. It's part of my interrogation methodology as an investigator.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I could attempt a diplomacy check against the creature's will DC, and they're forced to answer a question. They don't have to answer truth or not, but I do get a perception bonus if they're lying to me.
Sure. Go ahead and roll the diplomacy check.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you know.
Shiv is gonna ask, is there anything that we should be looking out for? Any dangers or traps? Check. Actually, I just realized this is my first time using this ability. So let's see. 17.
17. All right. You are free to roll a perception check on this, but for lack of a better word, the booger goblin responds with everything is trapped here. Every part of this place homes with a vile sort of ichor and lightning. There's many experiments that may break out at a moment's notice, as well as the bathroom. Just don't go to the bathroom. Whatever you do, we don't clean it.
Seems like a hazardous workplace.
He looks to you, and in your voice he says, "Meh, it is a living."
All right. Well, I think we should proceed, everyone.
What is your favorite trap that or danger that's on the ship?
He's quiet for a bit, and then the booger goblin responds with, "My boss."
Fair enough.
That speaks to a good employee relationship.
We are working to develop union, but so far it's being squashed left and right.
It is like that sometimes. Well,
Shiv. Oh, sorry.
go ahead, Rufa.
Shiv / Rufa is gonna walk
Shiv.
around where the ceiling goblin is, so he's not directly under it.
All right. So walking around him,
Yeah.
as I said earlier, do you need to see the map again? You have the two directions. You have the right that you saw was basically a dead end.
Mhm.
Sam said yes. Okay, let me give you guys this map again. All right.
The
Good
mall
job.
map.
Yeah. You are here. You're here. You
Uh-huh.
can see that. So you're there. The booger mentioned going up to the top deck, room of interest, and you don't know what this is yet.
That big blank room.
Mhm.
Rufa's going to kind of stick to that wall, and just before he gets to that corner turn, he's going to wait. I'm going to see if I have this. Give me 1 second. I need to see if I have this item on me, or you'll just hand wave me a small mirror.
I'll make that part of your lockpicking kit.
Okay. Well, he's going to use a small mirror to kind of use it to kind of peer from that corner without having to actually physically look from that corner.
Oh, so you're kind of like using the mirror to look around the corner towards that one room?
Yeah.
You see, as you're looking around, give me a perception check at a -1.
Okay. Do you want me to add my trap finder thing or no?
No, just the perception -1.
Okay. 21.
21. So as you use your mirror around the thing to look at it, you see what looks like 2 metal doors that are completely flush with the wall. You wouldn't have almost seen the doors if it wasn't for the fact that there is door handles. They lock on the door handle.
Is there anything on the ceiling, just in case there's another ceiling goblin?
Fair enough. You do not see any ceiling goblins down that route.
That's what we're going to be calling them from now on, ceiling goblins.
Ceiling goblins, better than booger goblins. I agree.
Like ceiling cat.
Absolutely. So, what do you guys do?
Well, Shiv, what does it look like?
It looks cleared. There is double doors. Looks to be a lock.
And
And PJ, really quick. From his perception from the reflection, doesn't look like any noticeable traps, right?
No, just the door with the lock on it.
Okay. Looks like a clear hallway.
Do you want me to proceed first with my beefy body?
If you would be so kind.
Here I go. And I will beefy body right down that hallway.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
All right. We have a calculator for that. That's a 23.
Okay. As you were going down the hallway, you see that there's indeed this metal door, two metal doors that are closed off by a padlock. You also notice along your way that there is a big metal door that is slightly open, slightly unhinged, and there's a plaque. You speak Goblin, correct?
Yes.
Perfect. On the plaque, it says basically this in Goblin. Do not save this creature. Sponge Dungeon. Experiment 0x1.
Sponge Dungeon.
X1. Is there a dash in that anywhere, or just 0x1?
0x1.
Okay.
Will everyone? She looks around. The goblin's out of earsight, right?
Yeah, it's sort of
Ears.
kind of like shrunk into the ceiling. Yeah, it's like a little scab on the ceiling, but it's not fully there right now.
So Ichi looks around and says, well, so what are we gonna do? We just gonna check out all these rooms? We head straight down, straight up?
Here's the
Um,
thing about real life Sydney. She's a
Mhm.
little bit of a completionist. So she would like to explore all of the rooms. But I don't know if that's the best choice of action. What were you saying, Megaw?
Oh, I was gonna say, if Sydney crosses that hallway and nothing happens to her, Rufus gonna follow. It's the double doors.
Ichi.
They're closed and locked, right?
Yes, double doors are closed and locked with a padlock.
All right. Rufus gonna look at the party. Goes still in his Shiv identity because he's a performer. You don't drop character.
Never break.
Do not be touching the doors till old Civ gets a good look at it.
I, matey, see Beard be walking forward this way to see if they sets off any traps because apparently they're the guinea pig on this mission, and she walks forward.
You're walking which direction? Towards the double doors?
Yes.
Give me a perception check.
Oh no. God damn it. You know, before the stream started, chat, PJ said, "I'm so glad the cleric's here." And we all got very nervous.
I did
Why are
say
we
yes.
having the cleric go first is my
Mhm.
question.
Good point.
I'm
but
there.
Yeah.
I
I
would
rolled-
say, oh,
I rolled a dirty crit.
Oh, okay.
So good
So-
enough.
As you're walking, you look around. You see that the hallway in front of you does bank left, and there's a bit of a sign that says bunks. You can kind of see at the end of the hallway, and as you're looking at that, you start hearing a voice. The voice is very soft and very sad, as it's moaning and crying, just saying, "I don't want to be here. I hope someone can save me. I hope I'll be here. I just want someone to save me."
PJ, why? Why?
Is that from the bunks or from the double closed doors?
It's from the door to the right of Sidney, which says, "Do not save this creature."
Could Rufus gonna fall behind Sydney and stop at the door? He's not gonna touch the door. I just want to know: is there like under the door? Is there like a opening or anything like that?
Give me a quick perception check first to hear it, and I'll also make it for this question. Sidney, what is Alona feeling and thinking at this point in time?
Sydney is like, "Oh no, crying sad thing means they're gonna kill you." Alona's like, Oh no! Sad thing trapped in a room in a scary dungeon. We have to help it.
I got a dirty 20 without the trap finder bonus.
Okay. You do hear something muffled. You can definitely hear the crying. Looking at the door, you see it's just cracked open a little bit. You don't see anything underneath it. The door looks completely safe and completely fine, but it is cracked open a little bit.
Rufa's going to go down on all fours because he's not
Mhm.
going to go above and look through it. First, he's going to lick his finger, kind of poke his finger kind of from the bottom because nobody ever looks at the bottom part of the door just to see if there's a draft.
You don't feel a draft because this is a sealed boat. Sam, what was your hand raised for? But you don't feel a draft.
Mhm.
Sam.
Ichi, when Alona walks towards the door, Ichi's going to put her hand on her shoulder and say, Alona, just let me go first because if something explodes, you have to heal people. So just let things explode on me. If I'm not saying that anything's going to explode, but I mean, you saw that ceiling goblin. So just let me go first.
Ichi, not Krusty Krab. What name person? Yes, shipmate of origin, I forget. You should go first because you are beefy and you can do this, and I believe in you. I am Squish. I go back there. That thing sounds sad.
Ichi puts her other hand on her other shoulder and says, I don't think he can hear us anymore. If you want to just talk not pirate, it's okay. But if you're really into it like Rufa, it's fine too. I support you either way.
You know what?
Oh.
Rufa's going to look up and just go, stay in character.
I want to know in all of this, what is Shionibus doing?
Watching and observing her teammates be fools. And just staying in the back, making sure no one's like following or listening in and all that jazz.
All
Hey,
right.
I think Rufa's being very careful, okay?
Like, okay, picture this. For those of you who have seen Critical Role, where like back in like episode 40, where they're like with Avantika and she sent Ford and the rest of them to go negotiate with that other ship, that's Shionibus just watching, observing, listening.
But anyway, from where Rufa is on the floor right now, he's gonna take that mirror and try to use a reflection to see what's in that crack without actually having to poke his head out in the open like a dummy.
Do you have dark vision?
No, I don't.
All right. Give me a perception check with a -3.
$16?
You really can't see anything. Large metal room. There's something in there, but you can't make heads or tails out of the room.
There's no like blinking lights or a candlelight or anything like that at all?
No, sir.
All right. Rufa's gonna look at the party, goes, there's definitely something in that room, but Rufa's eyes do not see. Shiv's eyes do not see much. And he kind of gestures over at the mirror he's holding. Does any of you ladies want to have a go at it?
Ichi puts her hand on her maul, on the handle of her maul, and says, I could have a go at it.
No.
Look through the
no.
mirror first, just in case.
I guess I could try. And she'll take a look. She'll put them all down. And she'll take a look.
Okay. Give me a perception check. You do have dark vision, right? As a dwarf?
Yes, yeah.
Give me a perception check with a -1.
Rufa's the only one without night vision here.
That
the problems
is-
of being human.
That is a 25.
25. you see what looks like a young woman bound in chains crying. From what you can tell.
Is she human or goblin?
She appears to be maybe like an 18, 22-year-old woman wearing a gown or robe, some sort of dress. The shackles on her wrists seem to stretch to the walls. Her long hairs in her face, her hands is holding her face, and she's just crying, just going, I wish someone would save me.
Ichi looks back at Rufa and says, there's somebody in there. We need to get her out. Are you going to pick this? 'Cause if you're not going to pick it, she picks her mom back up.
Rufus like, well, the door is open a crack already, so we do not
is.
need to pick anything. I believe Rufa she believes, but I'm gonna use an interact action with my shifting whip to turn it into. I'm thinking the longest weapon that's one-hander would be like a rapier or something, right? What do you say?
I mean, it's still a one-handed weapon no matter what. So if you want to do rapier or broadsword, it's all you.
Well, whatever one-handed weapon you would, I would Rufa would think that would be the longest, which I think would be a rapier. He's going to take it and uses the tip to. No, wait. He's first going to check the door for any traps or tripwires or anything like that first.
Sure. I'll let you know from your previous checks and looking around this door for quite a while, you have found nothing out of the ordinary. This appears to be a door that's just hasn't been closed all the way.
All right. Rufa's going to take the now rapier, the pointed end, and to open the door slightly enough for the estimate of everybody in the party to be able to just barely squeeze through, so the door isn't like open totally, you know?
Okay. Sure. All right. So Sam, are you still entering? Okay.
I'll go first. Yeah.
Stick to the walls if you can possibly, just in case.
Such a trap. It's a trap.
It's a trap.
It's a tarp. Okay, so
Is it too late to change Shiv's name to like Akbar?
it's very too late, but
Darn.
I love where your heart's at. So Sam, you walk into the room, right? Is anyone going behind Sam immediately, or kind of letting her feel thermobit?
Rufa's going to basically to just watch Sam's back.
Okay. So Sam, you see this young woman in the dead center of this square room. Massive square cubicle room, hard steel paneling on the floors, walls, and ceiling. And she's just all alone in the center with her hands like cuffed to the wall. What do you do?
I will just, being aware of my surroundings in case the floor opens up or something crazy, I will step into the room and I will get within earshot so she can hear me speak and say, hello, what are you doing here?
I was somewhere traveling down the long road, and then I was attacked by goblins, and I was brought here.
Why did they put you in this room like this?
I don't know. To contain me, I think.
Why would you need to be contained? Where did they do something to you?
Yeah. He made me so hungry. And this giant bit of goop shoots out of her body and critically attacks you. Nat 20.
I knew it was coming.
As this goop shoots out, you see her body start to bubble and twist and convulse until she becomes her frame, but this ooze, like an ooze creature in the shape of a woman. She hits you for a crit. I have to find it. Here we go.
I knew it was coming, but Ichi's never been in a dungeon before. She doesn't know everything wants to kill you.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's absolutely valid. Absolutely. Hold on. It's absolutely 4d6 plus 10 valid. It absolutely is.
Oh my god.
BJ.
Megaw has some messed up shit in here, man.
You take 21 bludgeoning and acid damage as
Oof.
this ooze limb fires out, smacks into you, and immediately starts to envelop your whole body. And you can see it slowly starting to climb up your neck. It's going for your mouth and nose. With this, I ask you all to roll initiative. You're now fighting Sponge Dungeon, aka the living ooze with sentience.
Sponge dungeon.
Oh, we have
Fun.
one job.
Dungeon.
PJ,
thought it was
I was
funny.
wondering, since
Mhm.
I was like right behind Sam,
Mhm.
would Rufus was like very cautious. Would
Mhm.
I be able to kind of like do a kind of a chopping slash at that slime arm as it's attacking her?
No, you are
Oh,
far
okay.
too away. Also, initiative.
I rolled a 15.
Gonna be
20.
19. Go ahead, Sam.
28.
All right, 1 second. I gotta put it down. Okay, so we got a 15 from Sid. And Sam, you had a what again?
28.
Damn. Kylie, what was yours?
I did 19, but it's for stealth.
Thank you. Good to know. So I'll be making you starting off with that as your stealth check. Michael, what was yours?
I was wondering, can I also do a stealth as well, or would it have to be perception?
I'm gonna say perception because you were literally watching this all
Okay.
happen. You weren't really hiding or anything. But
25.
I'm gonna 25. Excellent. I'm gonna give that to Shunibus only because she was far enough away that once the combat action happens, she could respond with stealth. Okay, so let's see. Okay,
Are we done?
excellent.
No.
So, first round of combat has started. Ichi, you are currently being enveloped in this ooze's grasp. You are going first, Sam. You are considered grappled by this creature. If you want to break the grapple, you are going to have to make an athletics check to break out.
Got it. I will do so. It also, just for posterity, I do have the deny advantage feat. So just in case they think that surprise attack makes me flat-footed, it doesn't. Just so you know. Just in case it comes up. But I will attempt to break that grapple.
Okay.
This music is dark. Peaches like it.
Athletics. That is a 17 athletics check.
17 athletics. Unfortunately, you are not able to break out. While you are grappled, you are considered flat-footed. However, I'll give you this one round. You're not flat-footed only because of your deny advantage. But after your turn, you are flat-footed basically until you break out. Let's see here. You are also considered slow 1, which means you lose one of your 3 actions a round. So that save is 1. You get 1 more action to do whatever you want to do.
How far away is this ooze from me?
It is about 20 feet away from you, about 15, 20 feet away from you.
Can I get up to so I have 1 action. I would not be able to do anything. Oh wait, but I have no, my charge moves don't do that. I'm gonna attempt to just, as I'm grappled, let me know if this is something that I can do. With the maul, try to like smash this ooze or something. Just kind of like right into. Is it like a string that's coming out of me that's still attached to this creature, or is it just I'm covered in ooze?
You're basically there is a very long strand of this ooze that is connected to you, and it's slowly enveloping you and growing to completely cover you. So you can, if you want to, strike the limb that's attached to
Yeah.
you. You can go ahead and roll to hit. Yeah, go right ahead.
I will do so. Okay, that's looking good. That is a 27.
The hit.
Yes.
That's a dirty crit. Now, before we move on from there, I need to know: are you using your axe or your maul? You mentioned maul. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, the maul is what I had out. So.
Dope. Okay. Roll damage.
Ooh, okay. That is 12 points of damage.
Nice.
Oh, if it's a crit, I knock it back 5 feet.
Is 12 damage doubled with the crit damage?
Oh, I didn't double it. No, that's 24. Yeah.
Okay. So, you take your maul, you swing at the little strand, and it just snaps. And you can see the strand break and go right back into the body. Does 24 damage?
Yes.
Okay. So, wow. And the minute it's done, you can almost feel like you're now becoming aware that your lungs were basically being compressed by the pressure it was squeezing your chest cavity onto it. So you have this moment of as suddenly you're getting full oxygen back to your lungs. Next up, Michael, you just saw this creature shoot a string of ooze at Ichi, start to almost envelop her. She swings with her maul and breaks it. But this creature is now starting to bubble and starting to grow. What do you do?
First, I'm going to use my ability of devise stratagem, aka he's gonna see if in his mind's eye whether it's gonna hit or not.
Okay.
That's not bad. Let's see. Okay, 24. With my next action, it's gonna make a strike attack. It's gonna be at a 24.
You want to make sure that's going to hit because that's going to dirty crit.
Yeah. With along with that precision damage too.
Mm-hmm. So you're striking the ooze?
Yes.
It is immune to precision damage. The precision damage will not be rolled in this attack.
But well, what about the regular damage?
Regular damage will be okay.
Cool. I believe rapier is a 1d6.
Mm-hmm.
Got a. What is it? Damage is 3. I got a 3.
3. As you take your rapier and you slash with it, you hit it and you just as your blade moves through the body and comes out the other side, you see absolutely nothing was done to the structural integrity of this creature. Your sword has just moved right through it and done no damage.
Rufa's last action is he's going to try to circle around the creature to the other side.
Okay. So with your last action, you use movement to go around it. It's going to do an attack of opportunity. Wait, now how? Yeah, because you're melee range. So yeah, it would do this.
I was going to say, I was wondering, can I do acrobatics to kind of move through the...
Yes, I will
side?
allow that. Beat a DC 15 acrobatics. Shouldn't be too hard at this level.
Yeah, 19.
Yeah, easily. As you do a nice, awesome duck and roll, you see this other like string of ooze lash out at you, and it misses. That being said, next up on the list is okay. The ooze is going to go. Okay. So, first one first. Sam does a does a 30 hit.
Did you really have to ask?
Well, I gotta know if it's a dirty crit or not.
Yes, it does. My AC's at 18 right now.
So that's a dirty crit. Okay, Michael. Let's see here. Does a 27 hit you, Michael?
You know it does.
And is it a dirty crit?
No, actually, it's not.
Okay.
Dirty crit is half, right?
Dirty crit is 10 over your AC.
Okay, I have an AC of 20, so I don't think so.
No, it's actually a
Okay.
few off. All right.
Awesome.
So first one will be Ichi. This will be another dirty crit. Another crit to Ichi. You're gonna take 29 bludgeoning and acid damage as this thing strikes at you again. Rufa, you're gonna only take 12 bludgeoning acid damage as this thing strikes you as well. With the last action on its turn, it's going to. I need both of you to give me a basic fortitude save.
$26.
Okay, and Sam?
Calculator. 23.
Okay, you both saved, so only taking half of this.
Guys.
The total that you each take before you half it down is 7 damage. So 7, you can half that down, rounding down, so about 3 if you will.
Okay.
Then you start seeing the ooze crawl up into your mouth and your nose as you're starting to be enveloped, and then suddenly everything goes dark and your skin starts to burn. As the last thing you see before everything does this pitch black phase out is the creature getting closer and closer, and then suddenly you can hear yourself submerged inside of her body, and you can hear that bubbly sound like you're inside the ocean, muted, suppressed, but still can hear the sizzling as its bodily acid is starting to burn you alive and digest you.
I'm gonna rough sword away, guys.
Yeah, same.
Next up is Kylie. Kylie, you hear this off in the room. You can spend one action to get into the arena where they're at.
No thanks. No thanks. I'm good.
What you gotta do?
Shoot. Okay. Because I'm stealthing, can I lean into the doorway? Because I picture her like on like the outside of the door. Can I have her like lean in and just like whoop?
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll to hit. Your stealth was 19.
Yes.
You are considered hidden and unnoticed by the creature. This will be considered a sneak attack.
Yes. Okay. Okay. That's going to be 17 to hit.
That hits.
Solid. Okay. And another D6. Am I able to use my precision at the same time?
If you want to, you can, but all precision dice, it is immune against. It wouldn't do any damage.
That's what I was thinking. Shoot. Okay. Where did all my dice go? Because I know I add one more dice to it. Oh, I'm stressed. You know, we're winging it. It's fine. I'll find it eventually. Okay. It's gonna be 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. Okay. You shoot with a bow and arrow, correct?
Yes, and then we're gonna re-hide.
Okay. You shoot an arrow. You see this arrow hit and slowly get absorbed into the creature, and you can almost see it immediately start to bubble and fizz, like when you put Mentos in Diet Coke. It starts to fizz and have its activation. However, you start to see a seeping ichor just pouring out of this oozy creature. It's bloodied as you
Mm.
hide with your last action. Next up, Sidney. You have two of your teammates trapped in the actual belly of this beast. You have Overwatch being done by your Ranger Rogue. What's the cloistered cleric going to do?
Okay, if they're in the belly of this beast, there's no way I can heal them from inside, so I need to get them out. So I'm going to cast Divine Lance
Okay.
on the creature.
Roll the hit.
I hope that hits. Does a yeah. Ooh, I think that's a critical, PJ.
What is?
Does 27 is a 27 a crit?
It is the dirtiest crit. Yes, it does crit indeed.
Sweet.
Double your damage and double the bonus. I'll be right back.
I am so excited. Great. I'm gonna get y'all out, okay?
Hey,
Finish him or her. It.
I have 5 hit points.
They.
So, oh no, Ichi, no!
I'm about to rage, so I'll get some more, but like, not that much.
Let's not open random doors for now on. Yeah.
I'm about
Yeah.
half.
Valid.
I'm almost half down. Because, investigators are kind of squishy.
They are.
But they're smart.
Yeah.
They're strong in the brain.
Well, good thing is I did the max damage that I could on
Yay.
this D4 that I rolled. So, and I get to double that, and I get to double the ability mod. So that's 16 points of damage. I hope that does well.
I
I'm-
wish one of us decided to bring some baking soda or salt.
Well, you're the chef, Rufa. What do
Wait,
you
would I have
mean?
salt? I would have salt, wouldn't I?
Just Rufa tries to move through the ooze and reach into his like cooking supplies and just
Seasoning, Rufa's special seasoning.
absolutely.
Wow.
My God.
I'm
I
gonna
have
try
to
that on my
say-
turn if it gets down to it again.
I'm really glad that Ichi stopped Alona and was like, let me do that. Let me get in here first.
Oh yeah, because I would have straight up died, just dead, so dead.
Yeah, good call.
Hello. That is 16 points of damage.
Okay, and that's with doubling the wisdom modifier bonus as well, right?
Yes.
16. Got
Um,
it.
So Alona is going to feel really bad about herself for believing that this was just an innocent person, and she's going to say, "I'm so sorry," and then shoot this passion flower out of her palms and hopefully disintegrate the thing.
So you shoot this thing for 16 damage. You see a giant chunk is kind of in the body in the shape of the passion flower's petals, but it's still standing. Out of curiosity, how many dice did you roll?
I rolled 2d4.
Let me double check, because you guys are level 3. I believe Divine Lance at this point gets on their dice. Let me make sure of
Oh.
that. Let me make
Really
sure.
quick, I want to read this in chat.
Mhm.
Rip Psyche posted, "Just feed Chonibus to it. She's the saltiest one there." there.
That's good though.
That's
You're
so
not
rude.
wrong at
Yes.
all.
Ouch.
Also
Yeah, I believe
bloody
at level.
dead.
Yes, you did. You did show this. You did kick its butt. I believe that is at your level should be a 2d4 plus wisdom modifier. So since you crit, you can roll 2 more d4. Let me know what that total is.
Ha ha ha! I rolled another 4. Ha ha ha! I rolled a 1.
Okay, so 5. Got it. Okay. So again, this deep hole cut into its body in the shape of the passion flower. It's still standing. It does not look pretty. It is at this point in time that a light starts blaring and turning inside the 4 corners of the room. Sam, you speak Goblin, correct? Give me a
Yeah.
perception check at a -4 because you're fully enveloped in goop.
That's pretty good. That's a 23.
23. So you start hearing in Goblin this voice, this shrill nasal screeching voice, as it says, creature becoming hostile and agitated, activating electric pacification.
Oh no.
Suddenly, the panels of this room start to hum and vibrate, and you see little segments within the panel start to glow, and you start hearing this
Oh no.
Oh boy.
the whole room, every metal panel in the room ignites with electricity. Everyone in the room takes 1d6 shocking damage.
Oh, this could be it for me.
No.
Who is in the room? I know Shionibus is on Overwatch. I know you shot Divine Lance. You two are inside the creature. Probably the creature will be taking this as well. Sidney, are you in the room to fire this Divine Lance?
I am.
Okay. Everyone in the room, including the creature, takes 3 shocking damage.
I'm still up.
The creature starts to jiggle and recoil against electricity. It is now at a negative to its checks to basically grapple and sustain bodies. So it's going to make you breaking out a little easier as it's slowly being pacified. That being said, it's now the top of the next round. Sam. You start to feel the sizzle intensely burn as you take another 1 acid damage being inside this creature's body.
Okay.
You need to either hold your breath so you don't suffocate to death, try to swing your weapon from the inside to kill it with minuses, or 2, make an athletics check against its now penalized fortitude bonus or fortitude save to break out for safety. You have only 2 actions as you are slowed 1. You are engulfed in this creature's body.
Dang it, I can't rage. Okay. I can't rage, but I'm gonna take a swing because if literally anything hits me from here on out, I'm down. So her best bet is to try to take it out now. Yep. So rolling to hit.
All right, go ahead, roll to hit. It's considered flat-footed.
So what is the is that a disadvantage roll with flat-footed, or is that a penalty?
The creature's AC is being penalized, so don't you worry about it. You're all good.
Oh, okay, cool. Let's see. Come on. That's a 22.
You were 2 points away from a crit, but that will absolutely hit.
Okay. That's still some damage. Where's
No,
my D12?
wait. No, wait. That's a crit. I'm sorry. That's a dirty crit. I forgot the flat-footed penalty. That's a dirty crit. Double the dice. Double the bonus modifier.
Double the dice. Okay, that's pretty good. Oh wow, that's pretty good. Okay. My panic brain, my normal brain can't do math. My panic brain really can't do math. And double my modifier?
That's correct.
God damn, I think this might do it. Is that right? 38 points of damage.
Probably. You are a barbarian after all. So, 38 points of damage. You're within this creature. You don't have a lot of room. You take a wild swing, and I need you to tell me the tale of how you kill this ooze creature.
Yes.
She can feel the life force being sucked out of her. Incredibly weak. Like things are getting dark for Ichi. And at the last second, she sees her uncle's image in her mind. And she hears him say, "You're not going out like this." And she just lifts that maul and just kind of senses where that center of gravity is. And right into the center of gravity, squishes that blob.
Nice. Everyone around you can view Ichi and Rufa inside this creature like ballistics gel. It's this kind of weird, sticky, almost hard to move through substance. And you can see her just taking this hammer and swinging so hard that she almost spins upside down. And this hammer just hits something. And you can see, like, when a bullet passes through ballistic gel, this kind of sudden implosion and then a sudden violent explosion from within. It shakes. And as it does, you can see what looks like a core in the center of the creature just bursting all the way through in this amazing spiderweb explosion on the impact of the hammer. And as it does this, it immediately shrinks down into a puddle. And with that, Rufa and Ichi are saved. And you can hear finally, like, without any sort of muffling, the goblin voice over the speaker saying, creature contained, ceasing pacification protocols. And then the ground that's vibrating and pulsing goes away.
Ichi falls to the ground and on her knees, and it's just oh.
Rufa does the same, and just goes still in Shiz's voice. We are not going to go through that again. Things are not what it seems aboard this ship. And also, really quick, isn't Morel supposed to be here, or is he still on board the ship?
No, that's right. He's technically in disguise as Geb Zebel. He's just kind of outside the door going, I'm Geb Zebel. Am I supposed to be in there?
Rufus like, get in here, Zebel.
So within a few very awkward minutes, you finally do see Morel. He's like, by the passion flower, what did I miss? I was waiting for my cue to enter. I didn't want to be rude and go first. I don't know the kind of man Zebel is. Is everything okay?
No.
No, things are far from okay.
Question. Am I allowed to cast a spell outside of combat? Like
Outside of combat? Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna cast heal in a 30-foot emanation. Not where the monster is, but everybody else. I'm gonna cast heal.
Okay.
So hopefully everyone doesn't die, because Ichi's on the verge of dying, right?
I have 1 hit point. Did I mention that?
We should really invest in some healing potions in our next town. Just saying. I mean, Alona, love the healing we get from Alona, but just in case.
Also, question: does that mean that Ichi is technically dying, or no?
With 1 HP, no. She won't be dying until she's at 0 HP.
Okay, I'm gonna use that one spell.
Just don't get a paper cut.
So yeah.
Okay. Heal. Y'all are healed. Okay, if I'm reading this right, y'all are healed 1d10, and I rolled a 9. So you're healed 9. You're healed 9. Everyone in this circle is healed 9.
Okay.
Which is not great for Ichi, but spread the wealth.
Before Civ Rufa leaves the room, he's going to take from his pocket some salt and salt the remains of the creature out of spite.
I'm going to make her do a fortitude save. You critically succeeded. As you pour the salt on her, you just hear this like horrible hissing scream as like her body bubbles under the salt. And she just kind of like shrieks back into the place where the body was originally. And
a rude gesture.
Little goo hand starts rising. Anyway, so congrats to Ichi. You took it to negative 31 HP with that critical hit.
Good.
Morel looks to Alona and looks to Ichi and goes, Do you Do you need me to help? Am I allowed to help you?
Can you even just like wrap my leg up or something? I'm still feeling pretty rough.
So he walks over, and it's really hard to take him seriously because it's the worst orc cosplay ever. But he walks up to you, and he kind of takes a shield and hikes it back so his two bare hands are exposed, and you see him praying, and he's just like, it's the great thing about our goddess, is that our goddess is not about war, destruction, but it's about healing and redemption. And as he says this, you see this warm golden glow kind of moving between both of his hands as purple flowers start to bloom. And he takes a hand out and he gently touches you on your forehead. It's almost like the most gentle touch you ever felt as he just moves a little bit of hair out of your face. And as it does this purple flower starts to bloom, and you are healed 12 more HP as he lays on hands as a redeemer of Afra.
This-
That feels good.
This is
Thank
the first time Morel has ever healed somebody.
And he's got to do it looking like a dumb orc.
Hey, that's your fault, mind you. You put me in this costume, and I was doing it because the cleric would, if she went down, who would need healing? I don't know. So I figured I'd wait until the cleric gets hurt, and then I would. That's the time it's called for lay on hands.
Each just finger pistols.
And as that interaction is still going on, Rufus still there, it's like salting.
I'm imagining that anime where you see like that one guy off in the background, just like curb stomping, whatever the hell,
Yeah.
pissed him off. It's like, screw you, random bad guy, man. Okay, so
I do like what Faceless Enigma posted in chat. Salt the remains. What are you shaking Chonibus like a pepper shaker?
oh my god. All
Just
right.
fancy.
I have you know, Reap said he agreed that because I'm double the salt, because I am a pirate, I should double the dice. Just saying.
I mean, Chonibus is Salt Bay, the Salt
Yeah.
Bay of Edge of Legend.
You
Mhm.
are. You're like that artisanal salt that like is a little bit more expensive at Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
Good point.
Salt that no one buys.
No,
Because it's
we're
more
shopping at
expensive?
World
Buy
Market,
it?
okay? We're shopping at World Market.
Hey, listen, it's not more expensive. It just knows its damn value. And its value, tremendous. That's why. Anyway, back to Sponge Dungeon. So here we are in the Sponge Dungeon. Look, when I wrote this character, I thought it was funny. Just bear with me on this. You're in the metal room with the shock panels all over the room, and this ooze. And you're kind of realizing, actually, no, everyone give me an Arcana check or a Nature check.
I was wondering if possible, because there has to be some sort of power source. I was wondering if Rufa could look for that and maybe take it.
You can be a perception check, sure.
Okay.
It is a 20 for Arcana. For me.
21
dirty.
for
Was it Michael?
I was gonna say dirty 20 on perception.
Very 20 perception. Carly, what was yours?
22 for nature.
Okay, awesome. So the three ladies, you are looking at this creature, and you start to realize this was an ooze. But the thing is, most oozes you walk into that you've seen, that you've studied, that you've read in a book, that you've seen in your journeys through hundreds of years, that you've heard about, or even maybe seen in the temples lost in West Osmacon. Oozes are all about instinct. They have no consciousness. They just attack mindlessly and eat whatever's in their way. This creature was purposely setting a trap and purposely picking its targets. They don't talk at all. This one did. So you're starting to understand that Manglemoth somehow put a human consciousness into an ooze. That being said, Michael, you're looking around for a power source, if you will. You're realizing, looking around, that this thing has heavily reinforced plating and there's some sort of mechanism within the power is surging to. But considering that you've been seeing the weirdest green lights and the weirdest surge of electricity all over the place, it's a pretty strong bet that its entire boat is a power source of some kind.
Mm.
And it was only just some sort of like, well, you wouldn't know this because you didn't hear this, but a protocol was issued to focus the power source to this room.
Okay. Would there be a way for Rufa to know if there's a way to kind of cause a delayed feedback from that room, like a delayed ready action short circuit after a period of time? Like if you put like if you MacGyvered like some gum wrapper and some like exposed wires or something like that.
Since that's my science, I'm going to say you can make a crafting check at a -4 to try and figure that out.
I'm going to do that because I have crafting now, and it's actually not bad.
Hell yeah.
And it is actually really bad.
Is that a critical fail? Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Oh,
You're just sitting there going like, magnets, how do they work? You have no idea. In the swing and a miss from Joe, you have no idea how to.
Yeah.
You have this idea, but looking at the panels, you're like, nothing. I got nothing.
Rufus going to give a rude gesture to the panel and just goes to the party. Shall we be off? And throw another handful of salt at that the ooze as they're leaving. Parting shot.
All right. I want to give all my players another hero point because you knew it was a trap, and God love you, you walked into it anyway. Like true heroes, you all get a hero point for that.
Aw, just because we got to satisfy a creation you made, we didn't walk right by it.
Maybe. So you leave the sponge dungeon. I love that horrible phrase, and I'll never say it again, I promise. You leave the sponge dungeon. I said it again, I lied. And
Dungeon.
Keyword Calamity says spongin.
Spongin. Is it too late to change the
I don't
name of
like
this
that.
room?
I feel
Now-
like that's even worse.
Now we have a word that we'll never use again. Please.
So you leave the
Please.
spongin, and as you do, you see in this little quickly drawn thing of the boat, you are here. The double doors, the locks are there, and you see what looks like the words bunk are right there on the top. Last I showed you.
PJ, can you clarify something really quick with the map for me?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so we were in that room with a bunch of the squares, right?
Hold on. You were right, meow.
Yeah. We have not explored the blank open room yet, right?
Not yet, no.
Okay. Does the rest of the party mind if Rufa takes point and basically do the same thing? Mirror, check the hallways for traps, mirror the corners.
Go ahead. Ichi's like limping. She's like, yeah, Rufa, I don't know if I should go first anymore.
I'm not sure I should go first anymore. Oh dear.
Well, Rufa's going to take point then and does the whole low to the ground, check 5 to 10 feet ahead, make like 3-foot movement increments. And it gets once he gets to the corner from the bottom, from below, going to take the mirror and just check the ceiling, check the sides.
Clarify and just make sure I get this right. Of the door across the way that you haven't been to yet, or the
Before
double?
before we make that turn. He's gonna like hide on bottom the mirror on the bottom of the
Sure.
corner.
Make perception check -1. -1.
21.
21. So as you look around the corner, leaving the room, you see moving, eclipsing the eerie green light and being basked in the bright blue glow of the surging electricity. You see what looks like a few other goblins with their big feet slapping the ground like meat on the pavement. But something about each and every goblin seems a little off. Hunchback, one arm bigger than the other, a face behind a face. Something seems a little off about each one as they're moving towards the bunk area. And you kind of get a feeling from how they're timing it they're either going to stop off at the bunk or just keep walking in a circle around the perimeter of the level.
All right. Rufa's gonna hurry back to the party. Do you want me to roll stealth for that?
And I imagine you're all still around the dungeon, if you will, the dungeon room.
Well, he's gonna relay the information back to the party and say, "Well, it looks like there's a bunch of goblin experiments out there. They're either gonna be going to the bunk or making a patrol. We have not been found out yet, so we still could use our cover of being part of Gebzibel's crew still, Sib believes."
Arg.
Yeah, speaking of that, because we are already known to be here, shouldn't they know that we're here?
Aye, they know us as our persona non gratas.
Exactly. So why are we sneaking around? Is my question. Why don't we just play up our pots and be on our way? We can get through this a lot quicker.
True. We can. That is a suggestion. And Sev supports that suggestion.
This is good idea because I don't want to fight anybody anymore. I don't want to hurt anymore.
Oh, Ichi, no.
Hey, PJ,
Yes, Kylie?
did we have a map or anything in that stack of papers of like a location?
Nope.
Okay, I just want to make sure before we got any further.
The information that we in character says either there is the captain, a tall bloke would be either above or below, and a smaller either above or below. So right now it is a coin toss on which is which.
My biggest concern is that the taller one is going to be an orc, and if Morel doesn't speak orc, that's going to be a problem.
How are you at throwing your voice?
If she was a Strix, she could.
And Sam looks over at Morel. How are you at mouthing words?
Morel looks at Shionibus and looks at Roof and he goes, "Listen, mate, even if I was super keen at doing the whole lip syncing thing, I don't think that Shionibus, and you're an absolutely lovely human, elven being, I don't think she can match my gravitas of my form. Not that it wouldn't be great to have a voice come out of my mouth. I just don't think it would work."
Why
about we
don't we?
say-
Oh, I was going to say, why don't we say that he has taken a vow of silence in dedication to his lofty ideals?
Or sore throat.
That too.
Arg. That doesn't make any sense, Arg. Gebzebel says that words were mightier than the sword, Arg. His
But
whole thing is talking.
Isn't it like a pen, the written word, right? Or sore throat, scurvy.
Scurvy is going around, you know.
Scurvy is going around.
Eat your
That's why
fruit.
we all look a little weird.
You're right. That's it. We're gonna go with Scurvy.
All right. So where do you guys go from here? I love this dialogue, by the way. Where do you guys go from here? Do you go to the double doors, or are you going to go to the bunks, or are you going to walk around the floor?
Let's see if we can get upstairs, because I don't know what going to the bunks. Well, I mean, I guess we could ask around in the bunks, like where is people?
Let's walk straight up to some employees and say hello.
Our great idea, Crunch.
Yes, that is my name.
I knew that.
All right. So as you are doing that now, if you continue going down the hallway, passing the double doors with the lock, you know there's a bunk that way, and you know that you can kind of tell that the walkway continues around the other side of the ship. So where do you guys go? Do you go to the bunk? Do you continue walking around? What's your plan?
Let's go to the bunk.
Yeah.
Hey, we could tell them we are in search of citrus.
Yes, where is the mess hall?
So you start, it says you're here. You go back around and you walk this way to the bunk. As you get to the place that says bunks, you see scratched out, and then in Goblin, you recognize it says sleep place in Goblin. Poking your head in, you see what looks like a series of traditional bunks that you'd find in a ship. Basically, just slats or traditional bunks with chains or something anchoring it to the wall, placed to rest your head. And you do see like 3 goblins sleeping in this absolute mess on each bunk. And then stuck to the walls and ceilings and in corners, you see kind of these puffing, breathing bloblins that you recognize from Adolphon Prime. And inside the bloblins, you can see like an arm, a leg, a head sticking out, a bunch of different goblin parts as they are sleeping in the bloblin, just kind of poking out.
Is everybody sleeping?
Yes.
Okay.
You see everyone is unconscious.
Ichi's gonna turn around slowly and quietly and say, everybody is asleep. I think we should keep going.
Real quickly,
Quietly.
could Rufus going to look around the room to see if there's anything that seems of importance or interest, such as any paperwork or like scrolls or weapons or like anything like that?
Within the bunk?
Yeah.
Give me a perception check.
Another one.
Another one.
Oh no.
You just see a bunch of goblin bodies just sprawled about with a giant mist. It basically looks like a bunch of Kermit the Frogs just melted in this room.
Our rolls are really good tonight. We're having a great grand old roll time. Arg. It is best to let sleeping things sleep, especially if they could get angry possibly and attack us because they are sleepy, Arg. We should go upstairs, mayhaps, because I'm sure there are many other levels to this ship dungeon squish sponge thing. Arg?
Arg.
Savvy.
Quietly. And I will proceed cautiously down the hallway, but also looking like, does anyone want to walk with me because my legs hurt?
Yeah, Rufus gonna walk with Itchy and take point just in case of any traps or whatever.
Okay. So are you going back the way you came, or are you going to the other end of the hallway?
The other end towards the like continuing, because that is where we think the upstairs is.
Okay. You continue to sweep around. As you do, you just walk around and hear voices just going, "Hello, Captain Mush. Hello, Captain Mush. Captain Mush." As attached to the ceiling, you see a bunch of goblins just saluting your 40 disguised badger, who's gaining quite a lot of notoriety from the goblins on hand. It's almost like that bit in Robot Chicken where like the Emperor is on this long escalator up and a bunch of stormtroopers keep popping up. It's like that. Like every 5 seconds, it's like, "Hello, Captain Mush. Hello, Captain Mushbeard." And eventually, after like the 10th, salutation from one of these local goblin workers, which by the way are like sliding along the wall, moving on the ceiling like a spider, or just like normal goblin, but when they wave, like 4 hands are waving. You get to the staircase going up. And looking up from the staircase, you can see the afternoon sun, the bright sky, the cawing of seagulls, and can almost smell a little bit of that ocean breeze.
Ichi will as one of the worker goblins is passing by, and they're like saluting Mush and everything, she will say in Goblin, "Hello, comrades. Everything good on the ship today?" Because this is in Goblin, so this is what it sounds like in Goblin, no accent.
They turn to you, and in Goblin, they answer back. They go, "Oh, yes, quite well. Yes, my morale is high. My productivity is splendid. I am not at all held against my will. Goodbye."
Fantastic. And she'll hold like something that she has on her that to make it look like a clipboard and make a note as if she's an inspection party.
And when they see that, they kind of like straighten up. I mean, if they can. Obviously, the one with like a giant humpback's just like, and they see that, and they kind of make an audible screech, and they say, "Tell Captain Montague we've been good, and to report to Megaw that we have been studious." And they just run away.
Captain Montague, eh?
Carry on, carry on. Goodbye. She's like, "Well, there is a Captain Montague on this ship, apparently. Who knows who he is, but let's keep pirating."
Hey,
Keep
he's no
asking-
Romeo.
Keep asking questions about this Captain Montague. Perhaps we could gather some more information.
I will talk to the next worker goblins I see and do so.
Yeah, make sure they're like on Orc or anything. So I feel like we might have some problems with that.
All right. So, are you going to continue up the stairs to the top deck, or are you going to? All right. You move upstairs to the top deck. As you do, you see the sun, the sky, the salt breeze, the birds overhead. You are now on the top deck. You see what looks like 3 large boxes with bars. You see crates sealed and closed off, and you see a weapons rack as well as the original wooden plank to gain access vis-a-vis the mainland. On this top deck, you see a bunch of bodies just piled into the barred cages. You can't quite tell the state of their being, but you see a bunch of goblins running around with crates, their giant feet just flapping as they run, and you see wearing. You can tell it was stolen from an actual member of some armada, but you see a hobgoblin in stolen military valor with a shield and a sword, just screaming and squawking at the goblins running around. You see a bunch of other goblins and hobgoblins hanging out by the weapon rack, just kind of taking a fiver, just sitting down, legs sprawled out. Some of them are sleeping, looking very uninterested as this other hobgoblin is just shouting at these goblins who are just running all over the place.
Question: the weapons rack, is that like black powder stuff or what?
Look at the weapons rack. You see a series of crude spears, dog slicers, and steel reinforced shields.
Okay. I'm gonna have Rufa kind of scan their current location and just make note of anything that will look flammable, like gunpowder or like oils or what have you, or barrels of ale. I don't know. Stuff that
Sure,
can be set to fire.
Give me a perception check.
22.
22. Looking around the top deck, you see there is nothing that is black powder. And while the weapon rack itself may be flammable, the weapons certainly aren't. They're very crude and beaten metal. The deck is wood, but you can tell by the unusual shine coming off of it that it is either uncannily wet or there's some sort of lacquered substance causing a seal effect that would make it almost impossible to light on fire.
Thought about this.
Hey. Precautions upon precautions.
Good to know.
Also, I couldn't get the chance to say because you guys were doing some nice like deliberation, but I have to give the Romeo and Juliet credit where it's due, and Sidney get a hero point for the Shakespeare reference. That being said, you guys in the top deck, nothing unfortunately is flammable. Oh, the planks, the plankway, the gangway that you can use to exit the boat onto mainland, that's flammable as hell. But everything else here is not.
We probably gonna end up using that. So, yeah.
The hobgoblins. Is there any standing near the lazy goblins?
There are 2 hobgoblins that are sitting by the lazy goblins by the weapon rack. It's kind of like this nice communal place where you can tell the hobgoblins are keeping guard, but they're like scratching themselves or they're yawning and they're kind of like one one eye is closed, the other one's open, the whole like.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up with my fake clipboard and I'm gonna just stop like 5 feet away from them. Taking a break, are you? In Goblin. And then just start writing.
Okay, your choice. Diplomacy, deception, or intimidation?
Diplomacy. And also I have that feat that I can use my diplomacy as performance. I'm
Okay.
in character. But
I
it's the
love-
same bonus either way. So it's just kind of like a flavor thing. I don't know if I can get my camera to focus. This camera's so bad. Can you see him?
Is it a critical
Nat
20?
20.
There? Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
So with the Kraken dice, you give us that sweet 20. And suddenly the hobgoblin just kind of looks at you. It does a double take and then sits upright and then scrambles to their feet. And the hobgoblin, which is actually about maybe 6 inches taller than you, looks at you and goes, "No, ma'am. I was resting my eyes. I don't have brakes. I just have breathers."
Where is your captain? Just so
Which
I
one?
know.
Which one?
Montague.
He points like that and he goes, "Monty, Monty." You see the hobgoblin like with the weapons just pointing around and shouting at all the goblins, "Stop." And he goes, the one with like the borrowed military outfit, and he goes, "What's this wrong?" And he's busy doing job yelling at small morons.
I'll just walk over. Captain Montague.
Yes, that's my name.
And how many small morons are here today? This is
Too
all in
damn
Goblin.
many. Too damn many small morons.
Do you have a number? Are you're not keeping your logs?
What
Start
moments?
writing.
He sees you taking a note, eyebrow raises and notice and turns around and he goes, "I have this many, 25.
Good. That's No, I'll let it slide this time. I'll let it slide. Anyway, and your other captain, where is he?
Which one?"
You know, Manglemaw. Of course.
He looks around. He's going to make a perception check against your deception checks.
I don't like that look. I don't like it.
He critically succeeds.
Oh.
He looks to everyone. Looks back to the dwarf. And he says, "We have been waiting for this moment.
Whatever do you mean?
Mengelma said that Gebzebel was going to arrive. You are not Gebzebel.
Oh, I'm not. Of course not.
No, you are not his people either. You are clearly a dwarven makeup. He is human double tall. I know double talls. That is clearly an elf. That is. Why did you think we would not see the ears? That is an elf. That is. Are you human? No.
Of course
no.
I'm an elf. What? Come on. Captains can be
So,
elves.
Incredibly rude. Well, I'm putting this all in my report.
Give me a quick deception check, because we know you ain't got no report.
Really quick, PJ.
Mm-hmm.
They're all conversing this in Goblin, right? So somebody who doesn't know Goblin doesn't know what's going on, right?
You can make a perception check to infer, but you wouldn't know what they're saying exactly.
Okay.
Using a hero point.
Okay.
It's better. It's better. Let's see. It's not better. It's not better. One more hero
26.
point. One more hero point. Because I got him.
26. While you're rolling that, Sam, 26, you can tell from Sam's expression and Captain Montague's face that you may or may not be found out.
It's a 16.
16. So you're saying that whole bit. Tell me the lie that you're now telling Montague really fast, and we'll get to you in a second, Michael.
Well, my dear comrades, I can see that you are not quite often dealing with inspectors such as ourselves, and this is part of the reason why we're here. Look at this. Look at them. They were sleeping in a corner. Do you think this type of productivity is going to win you the war? No. You need to step up. And we're here to ensure you don't muck it all up.
Really good. I want to put a pin in that because you see Montague kind of giving you a side eye, like, wait a minute. Michael, what was your role in your action?
I want I haven't been able to roll yet. I'm waiting to roll deception as well. You told me that I'm getting kind of just the broad strokes of what's going on.
Yeah.
So Shiv / Rufa is going to, since he's getting just the broad strokes, he's going to stand up. He's going to stand up straighter. He's going to try to project kind of the air of more of authority.
Yeah.
Well, have you told him yet? In like the most authoritative voice as he can, referring to Itchy talking to Montague.
Give me a quick deception check. Because, Sam, as you say that, you see him going,
Oh.
Wait a minute. No. He doesn't buy it.
29.
So, as he's going to like, you could see him like you could see this crude, horrible grin cross his face. You see his teeth like little daggers, his beady red eyes. As the hobgoblin's going to be going like, "No, you are full of." And suddenly, like Michael just does this big presentation. He goes, he's just taken aback by your confidence. And he looks to Ichi again. He goes, "What did Double Tall say?"
You don't understand what he said.
No,
You don't
I get
speak his
paid to.
language.
I speak Goblin. I don't speak Double Tall.
Really quick, as this exchange is going forward, Shiv / Rufa is gonna, his hand is behind his back. He's kind of like, you know how Russell Crowe was in Master Commander as he walked around all authority. He walks over. Real quick, is he taller or shorter than?
You're a few inches taller, but you can tell right now he's kind of like he's waiting for Sam's character to translate.
He's going to look down and goes, "What is your malfunction?"
I will say, I will say out of Goblin in common to Rufa. This Goblin wants to know what you're saying. He doesn't trust me. Maybe because I am a woman. I think that's what it is. Should I translate? What do you need me to tell him?
Oh, you could tell this one first. We do not appreciate his attitude towards us. and he's gonna turn around and so Montague can see his facial expression, just kind of gives kind of a sly kind of wink over to Itchy.
I will say back, I think, what else do you want me to tell him? If you are very angry, you should make it abundantly clear right now while he's watching you.
Rufa's going to look down on him. He's kind of getting just that Montague does not understand common, and just going to go off and just, kind of in his best, oh God, what is it? That one actor from Full Metal Jacket, the drill sergeant.
R. Lee Ermey?
Yes.
Oh no. Yes, hit me with it.
You spineless little slime. I can't believe what is this nickel and dime operation you have here? This is the poorest, sorriest, whatever this is I have ever seen. And I would like to roll a intimidation if that's possible with that.
I was gonna ask you to do it. Yeah, give it intimidation. Meanwhile, while he's slowly confused, he's looking to Sam for translation. Maybe he's just passionate when he talks.
I'll look at him and say back in Goblin again. He is very upset. He thinks you're not treating me well.
27.
God, yeah, you've demoralized this hobgoblin.
And she'll say, do you really want me to translate what he just said?
Montague looks at you, looks at Rufa, and in Goblin, he says, I don't know Double Tall, but I know what you say in my language. And I just want to say, Montague sees all goblins as equal. Man or woman, look, I'm just here I'm a taskmaster. I just want to make sure that you know what? Hold on. He reaches into his jacket that he clearly stole off some admiral and pulls out a piece of paper and hands it to Ichi. It's written in Goblin, and he looks to Michael, and in this really kind of Lilo Stitchian way, just goes,
As he's stumbling over, he's gonna just cut him off and go, oh, you could be sure we're gonna talk to Xanakin about this.
He looks to Ichi and he goes, why did Double Tall mention Mean Green? Mean Green's not on boat.
No,
yeah, I'll translate.
Okay.
Well,
as Itchy, when Itchy translates, he goes, oh, we just signed a very, very important treaty with Xanakin here, and he has graciously let us look over your operation, and let us say heads are gonna roll, and if you don't want that head to be yours, you will be offering us every single gracious. You know what? You finish for me. I am just too angry for this.
It's a lot. I know. Take a breather. I know. It's a lot to deal with.
Rufus gonna kind of walk across the boat, just kind of stare off towards the sea, just try to emit the authoritative, angry, your boss's boss vibes as he can.
She'll turn back to him and she'll say in Goblin again, she's like, all right, here's what we're gonna do. First of all, do you have oranges? We have a scurvy problem, but that's just something you can do for us that'll kind of lighten this situation.
Okay.
That's the first thing. All right, think that over.
Okay.
Second thing, get back to work, because what are you doing? Get back to work.
Right.
Third
Efficiency.
thing,
Yes.
if you don't have time to direct us to Megaw, that's fine. There's plenty of other workers on this boat.
Mm-hmm.
You apparently are here to direct people.
Mm-hmm.
Go do your job. We'll figure it out ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
I'll forget what you said about me.
I don't know what
because
I said.
that's between us. All
I don't know.
right.
Yes.
I know you're not
I don't-
sexist.
I do no. I do not believe in sexisms. No sexisms.
All right, that's what I thought.
No.
Anything else? Where's those oranges?
I did okay. So orange what? Firstly, orange sock. Or is it eating with mouth? Eating with mouth in cafeteria, second floor. Also,
floor.
I gave you a document. Look at document. That is about Manglemaw.
Oh.
You find Captain Manglemaw there. And thirdly, I am best worker. He points to a sign that in Goblin says, accidents are a sign of learning. Get smart or else. And he points to it and goes, I am most efficient. I am most productive. I keep productivity up. I am good for morale. You remember that when review comes. Yes, Manglemaw is harsh on reviews.
I will write that down. One more thing.
Yes.
I'll walk over to Rufa and just like whisper in his ear and say, "Is there anything else you want me to tell this guy?"
Rufa's gonna give her kind of a sly wink that only she could see, and then turns and just glares at Montague. Tell that one we want a documentation of every single security precaution aboard the sorry excuse for a tub, and then, I do not want to see him until after we leave, because or else, I will make sure to saw off every single one of his limbs and then bury them in separate islands scattered across this land.
You just see Shiodamus just
Yes.
So Montague is staring confusedly at Rufa, looks at Shiodamus doing this gesture, puts 2 and 2, gets 4, and goes, yeah. And then just starts running around the boat, trying to like be more productive with his time. He seems completely incapable of asking questions, but he keeps shouting, I gave you notes about Manglemaw. Oranges in food place on second floor. This boat is crazy boat. What else do you want from me?
Ichu will whisper back to Rufa, I think that's all we're gonna get out of him. We did kind of get out of this one pretty good. I think we should just move on.
Rufa's gonna whisper, see if you could have him confined to his own cabin for the rest of our stay here.
Oh, he's gonna wear himself out pretty quickly. I think he's gonna wear himself out. Just keep looking angry. You're doing a great job. And Ichi will look back at Montague and just like pat Rufa on the shoulder like she's calming him down, and then make eye contact with the captain and just go.
Montague looks at you and he's like, and we are going to go on our 5-minute break. And when we come back, we're going to find out what it was that Montague handed Ichi and what's going to happen next. We'll see you in 5 minutes. So at 10:03, we'll be right back. See you then. Bye. Hey everyone, welcome back to Edge of Legends. Thank you so much for that 5-minute break, and thank you so much for the raid. Fable 42 is awesome to see you in the chat. We hope you liked the last half of our show, Edge of Legend. And for those that are just turning in, the heroes have stumbled into a dungeon, in this case, a 3 or 4 story boat in the middle of the ocean. They've been going through, they fought one experiment that almost killed the barbarian, and they just finished talking to one of the hobgoblins working for the goblin that owns the boat, one Captain Montague, who after a rough interrogation between the dwarf in disguise and the human in disguise has given them a little sheet of paper and said basically like, Manglemaw, here's information about him. If you want oranges, because they're really riding the scurvy line hard, go to the cafeteria on the 2nd floor. But without further ado, Ichi, if you look at your note handed to you from Captain Montague, you see a letter scribbled in very, very fancy goblin writing, and it says, I am almost done with my latest experiments, and I cannot be interrupted. No dum-dum interrupts making. Gebzebel, beardy word double tall, should be arriving. He is dum-dum interrupt maker, but he needs to inspect and take our finest specimen to date. Blue Rock double tall, stabby lady, shall be coming soon. I have removed power cells to the main lab. Like you know, power cells, super flashy double hard circles. I will be locked in indefinitely. So please add the 3 things to let them in. I color coded them to help you simpletons. If you can be bothered to find the cells, then let them in. Signed, Ka Mengelmoth. To which Bubble Boil, who has been with you in the shadows, hears that this man is calling himself a Ka, which in Goblin is a title of doctor or scientist. She is quite angry. He's like, he has not earned his right to be doctor. His science, bad science.
Bad. Well, it looks like they're expecting us. So we have a place to go. I don't know if Manglemaw seems to be locked away right now. Oh, she looks around. She realizes goblins are in the vicinity, puts back on the pirate persona. We should go to this place. It looks like they've given us code because we are supposed to be here. What do you think, Rufa?
Well, it's first of all, it is Shiv, and second of all, that is a good idea.
Oh, it is Shiv.
Shiv seconds it.
Rufa's like the little nickname I give you. You know, when you are a pirate on open seas, you get bored, you give nicknames.
And by the way, earlier we called that back home the Karen maneuver.
That was good. You are an expert, Karen.
Oh no. I want to give you both a hero point for the Karen maneuver, but also correcting, keep staying in character, never breaking.
It's like the Kobe Maru from Star Trek. This is the Karen maneuver.
Well, Shionabis, I mean,
You're
she
doing great.
she looks on her hand. My pirate comrades, shall we proceed?
Arr!
Yeah, let's do that.
For those of you playing at home, Shionabis is supposed to be cosplaying as Matazong, the admiral of the Blue Rock tribe.
Who is an orc? And
Yup.
she definitely is not.
All right. So where do you guys go from here? Do you guys try to go back down to the first floor? Do you stick around the top deck? What do you do?
Looking at the top deck, is there just back the way we came, or are there other places to go?
Question. Look at the top deck. You can find that there are the 3 holding cells with bodies just kind of surrounded about inside. You can see there's a sealed crate, the armor rack or weapon rack, to your choice, and there is the gangplank to get off the boat back on the mainland, and of course the stairs leading back down into the ship.
And from the note, was there an indication of where this special subject might be being held?
The note that I have read to you doesn't say anything exactly, just says that you're going to need these power cells for the main lab.
Okay, so Ichi will take the note and point out to Alona and Shionabis and Rufa. And so I think here we need to find these first, and then we can get this subject which they're talking about. I think we need to go to explore more of these floors that we haven't seen yet.
Shiv / Rufa nods, and as he's doing so, he's also gonna try to, like, if they're not nailed down, try to see what's in one of the crates.
They are sealed.
Okay.
So as you try to lift it, you can see there's some resistance. You have to get a crowbar or really hack
Okay.
at this thing.
Never mind then.
All right. Going back down to floor 1.
Well, how many floors are there?
You don't know yet.
He mentioned floor 2 is where the cafeteria was. I think we should head there.
I agree. It helps with our scurvy.
Yes, Seabeard wants the citrus for the scurvy.
Tone it down, Seabeard. We will get you your orange soon
Let-
enough.
Yeah. Less S's. Just scurvy.
Scurvy.
There you go.
Good
Look
job,
at
Seabeard.
you.
You're doing
Uh,
great.
Thank you. It is my natural state of being is great. I am, after all, I am Seabeard.
So, yes,
oh.
Michael?
I was gonna Civ / Rufus gonna kind of say in a real loud voice, so people around him go over here, even though most of them probably don't understand him.
Mhm.
Well, let us go inspect the rest of this sorry leaking tub.
As you go downstairs, you can see the hobgoblins on deck are saluting Mush, because he is now Captain Mushbeard, and with that 40 deception check you put on the badger, all the hobgoblins are like, smack, yes, Captain Mushbeard. And the little badger is kind of like paws his face and his nose paws the air, and they're like, yes, sir. You are now back at floor 1. So you're now back at floor 1. You're coming in from the stairs leading upstairs. You're now back here. Where do you go from here?
Does it look like straight ahead there is a descending staircase?
Being that you've kind of gone about 3/4 the way around the first floor of the ship, you can see no stairs going down with what you've seen so far.
What about the hallway that... Don't look at me like that, PJ.
I'm sorry, I just saw the hair. I'm sorry.
What about the hallway that has a dead end? Methinks maybe there might be something there for us to see.
Seabeard, you absolute genius. Let's go.
Okay.
Sidney, I can't even look at you.
I know, it's amazing.
Like to see what
as
you've
you-
created.
As you go to the dead end, you see another sign. It's just a dead end to a sign that says mutations will continue until productivity is increased.
Well, that was valuable information. Thank you, Seabeard. Where
Megaw
to next?
a real jerk. Methinks we should head to the place where the goblins sleep. We must inspect their cots to see where they weep.
Ichi leans in really close. Really, really close to Ilona and says, does it hurt to do that accent? You can change it. You don't have to. You can change it. You don't have to commit.
I've committed arg. I want to be an actor like Ichi and Rufa.
You're doing great. You just pat her on the shoulder and be like, all right, to the cots.
As Rufa passes alone, he's gonna just whisper to her, "From the diaphragm."
Alona takes a big breath in from her ribcage and like, and lets out a big arg.
Shiona visibly cringes.
Bubble Boil takes you by the hand and she goes, it's okay. We all bad one time, but only one time. So moving right along to the bunk area, you see a bunch of cots anchored to the wall or suspended from the ceiling, and a bunch of these kind of pulsing organic pustules that the goblins are sleeping in, or as the chat affectionately calls bloblins. See bloblins and the beds. It's just a bunch of goblins just strewn about sleeping. You've been here before. What do you want to do?
Can Shionibus go over? Are they like they're cots? You said they're not like hammocks.
No, they're pretty steel slabs with pillows and blankets, no cushions, chained to the walls or ceiling.
Shionibus is going to take a pillow and just like yank it out from one of their heads and like throw it at another cot.
Yeah, he's awake, and so is the guy you threw it at. The goblins just kind of. They look right at you.
She's just like come at me. Hand on her scimitar, by the way, which is now on her hip because that's more piratey than on her back. And then looks at Ichi.
The goblin sees that, recognizes the threat, and then goes.
Shiv/Rufa, as this happens, just adds at attention.
The
Ichi
goblins.
will.
Yes.
Sorry, I was gonna say Ichi was gonna translate in Goblin.
Read my mind. Good. Okay.
He said, "At attention."
Well, the goblins in the bunks literally roll out, splat against the ground, get back up, and they salute in attention.
Ichi will write some notes on her clipboard.
Shionibus is going to walk back and forth past the cots. Like a, I guess, lieutenant would, like trying to get people up.
Rufa's gonna Shiv/Rufa's gonna yell out, "Bunk check! Let's see what contraband you have. Empty out your pockets in any of your foot lockers."
They look
Okay.
at Ichi confused. You translate that? Okay. They start going. They look at Rufa, look back to Ichi. They look at their steel slabs with nothing but a blanket on it. They grab the blanket, they throw it on the ground, and in Goblin they go, "I own that." And then they put their hands up.
Ichi's looking around and she will say to the crew, "They say this is all they have. No oranges here, no scurvy prevention. I guess we must move on." And then she'll in Goblin. "Thank you everyone for your cooperation. This will be noted in your yearly review."
The goblins respond in Goblin. "Yes, good. We are, if nothing but a hard-working, industrious people that wish to make our betters appease with our efforts. Please put in a good word. We are working very hard, and we hope that Mango Mall Montague and, of course, our friend Crispy Smithers is happy with our output."
Certainly. And she'll just kind of back out of the room.
Alona goes up to Ichi and goes, "Arr, who be Crispy Smithers?"
Crispy Smithers. Crispy Smithers. It is certainly one of their leadership, of which, of course, we all know. I don't know where to find them.
Arr.
I could ask, should I?
Ask one of them while they're still awake where Crispy Smithers is.
I shall. She'll walk up to whichever goblin looks the most like they really needed that sleep and they've been severely jarred. And she will say, "Excuse me, sir. Crispy Smithers, where is his quarters again? Seems there's an ink blob on my notes."
Since this goblin is quite delirious, and you are speaking very good Goblin, and you are clearly an authoritative figure in the room, you can give me a diplomacy check with a +2.
Yeah. Diplomacy. That's 18.
Okay. The goblin, who is just kind of rubbing their eyes, but with like 2 sharp fingers digging in the corner of their eyeball, And so like the other eye starts to kind of like trail off the side and then kind of snap back. The goblin looks at you and says, and Goblin responds, I believe Crispy Smithers is on the secondary floor. He is usually the second floor captain in charge of productivity. However, his position is currently being fought against by Ikius C. Boomglass, another individual of the Science division of Goblin.
Oh, indeed. Thank you for the tea. Which way is the staircase?
Oh, yes, it's behind the locked doors. You see, we're not allowed down there. Oh, no.
No, obviously. Well, back to it, sweet or unsweet, however you take it. Dreams.
Oh, you know me. I'm not sleeping unless I'm punching furiously in my fever dream. You have a great evening.
As would you. So I will relay all of that to the rest of the party.
So the second floor is under Arg. Arg. At least
Ichi-
we-
Sorry, go ahead.
you go ahead.
Ichi will put her hand on her maul and say, now can I hit the lock on the door?
Rufus gonna hold up one finger. There's no other goblin around, right?
Are you still in the bunk area or have you left the hallway?
I would have backed out of that room.
There is all of the goblins attached to the ceiling, but they appear to be sleeping on duty.
Okay. Rufus gonna kind of motion for the party to kind of gather around him to like block the vision of what he's gonna about to do next with the lock.
Oh, so you're at the lock on the two doors.
Are we?
I just heard you were outside of the bunk. I just want to confirm.
Yeah, I just would have like walked out and just informed everybody that that's where we need to go. So if we want to go there next, that sounds good.
All right. If I get the party to block, kind of like encircle me to block what Rufus is gonna do next with the lock, that'd be nice. Can I pick the lock with my lock pick and using my, I believe, thievery?
Go right ahead.
Oh, checking for traps first too.
All right. So are you doing a lockpick or checking for traps?
Checking for traps first.
Okay. So what's the number?
That's perception though, right? Or is
Yes, it is.
still thievery?
Perception.
22.
As you look at the lock, you see something immensely familiar with it. In fact, you remember this lock from Great King Big Boss's lair on the long road. You remember this as the lock says no trap.
Rufus gonna relay this information to the rest of the party. Well, remember that time in Big Boss's lair with that certain trap door? Well, looks like we have another one here. He's gonna look at the party. Look at the rest of the party. Did not have the best of luck last time, but I can always get the old try again.
Does anything in those papers you got, Krusty, do they have anything about a key? Arg?
Ichi looks at the paper and then takes her maul and hits the lock.
All right,
She's
roll to
tired of this.
hit. Roll to hit.
You can't
was-
pick the lock, use brute strength.
Mhm.
That was so close to being a 19 on the die face, but it rolled at the last second. But let's see. That's still all right, maybe. Athletics?
Just roll to hit with a hammer. You're beating it with your maul.
Oh, rolled
Go
a
right ahead.
hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is 18 to hit.
That will just hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Ichi smash.
Ichi smash.
I want that on a pin.
Yeah.
It's 6 points of damage.
Okay. You take your maul and you hear that kind of metallic, unsolid metal thunk, as it hits and slides off. But as it does so, you see the lock start to surge and it starts shooting out at you.
No.
Wow.
You take
Rough.
22 shock damage as a full
No!
bolt of electricity fires out of the lock and tags you square in the chest.
No.
Ichi falls to the ground unconscious. I
So
had
you-
exactly 22 hit points.
Okay. So, since you are now at dying 1, you can give me a recovery save. I need you to roll a flat d20. Get above a 10, no bonuses. 10 or up, no bonuses.
Okay. This is what impatient gets you,
I
children.
never thought I would kill the barbarian by a lock. I never thought that was going to be the case.
I got 12.
Okay. So as this bolt of electricity shoots you, tags you right in the chest, you drop to the ground. And as you're sitting there, kind of twitching and smoldering smoke comes out of the wound. You have this mode of... You are now stable at 0 HP. You're alive, you can move, but you can't fight, you can't do anything until someone heals you.
I hate this boat. Help.
Ilona's gonna heal Ichi.
Morel is just kind of going, "Ugh, clear, and he's going
Oh,
to
okay.
join you for that as well.
Sweet. Yeah, let's bring her back, Morel. Let's use some good old-fashioned teamwork and make sure that our barbarian doesn't jive.
That's right. We need some good old-fashioned Alpha healing.
All right. Wow. Okay. I didn't need to roll that d20. I wasted that roll. I'm sad.
Oh, no.
Wait, did I? No, I didn't.
Unless you're doing a medicine check to like
No.
physically. All right.
I'm not. I'm gonna use one of my charges of heal, and that is a d10 plus 8. So
I believe if you're using the fount, that is considered automatically heightened. And at this
you're right.
level, that would be 2d10,
You're
relatively.
correct. So that is going to be that is going to be 21 points of health.
Thanks, Lona.
And if you want it, a warm bear paw will put itself on your shoulder and heal you for another 11.
Rufa's kind of just like kneeling by that door with his like lockpicks in hand, looks back at the party with that blank One Punch Man okay face, and goes, "And this is why we wait to disarm a trap."
In Ichi's defense, she did 1 damage to the lock, so she did good.
Wasn't it 3 damage or something? I don't know.
It was 6 with a hardness of 5. Only 1 damage
Oh.
soaked through. So
Good.
stuffed.
Good. Anyway, Ichi's just gonna turn around, take a seat, and chill for a second. She's like, "You all have this taken care of, right?"
Rufa offers, "Here, take a salt tablet. It'll make you feel better."
All right, Michael, give me a thievery check to basically pick the lock. Also, Sam, you are at wounded 1, which means if you were to die again, your dying value would automatically start at 2. I believe that goes away during basically like an hour-long rest or a full night's rest, but whatever it is, until you get a very long rest, more than 10 minutes, this is going to be consistent. And the more you die, the more your wounded value is going to go up, which means the farther down the death trail you're going to be if you get dropped again. So remember that.
Really quick, would I have to check if the trap is still active, or Rufa's pretty sure a trap is dispelled?
The trap is you can look at it and know this thing is still active, or better safe than sorry.
I mean,
Never hurts to pick
yeah,
it.
I'm gonna check if the trap is still active.
All right, give me a perception or an arcana check.
Do a perception. $24.
Yeah, you can see this thing is definitely still active, and that there is a lesser rune of shock, or shocking, I should say, built into this trap that's being magnified. So go ahead and do your thievery check to disarm.
All right. $23.
As you put your lockpick into the lock, you can feel it finding its way through the tumblers. You can feel the different levels and weight starting to set into the pick. And as you find it and make a slight twist with your finger and fourth and your thumb, you hear a click. The lock suddenly gets heavy in your hand as it opens and the door is unlocked. No damage.
Rufa looks at the party and just does the whole ta-da motion.
If you were to have crit that disarm, you would have gotten a free shock, lesser shocking rune.
Next time.
So close. Next time. Who knows?
Ichi
All right, so-
says, I loosened it for you.
I got to give you a hero point for that bravado, for that dumb bravado.
Arr,
You
sure
know,
did.
you might think it's shocking.
Oh!
Too soon.
Kloosh.
Hero point for that pun. I hate it and I love it. Hero point for the pun. Okay.
Really quick. So now the trap is disarmed, but it's a lock picked.
The lock is picked, the trap's disarmed. The whole thing just kind of opens up. The door is now accessible
Okay,
without
really
any
quick.
damage.
Rufa's gonna open the door just a tiny crack, use the mirror just to kind of get like a little sneak preview of anything dangerous inside before opening it, enough for us to actually go through.
You see what looks like an empty, completely empty closet space. You see a bunch of shelves, nothing on it, but in the dead center of the room, you see a staircase leading down to the next floor of the boat.
Well, looks like it's pretty cleared. Some stairs down there. Looks trap wise, we're pretty clear. He's gonna open the door. He's not gonna go through it, but he's just gonna open the door and just look at the rest of the party.
PJ, can I take out a gold coin and like roll it in the room to see if it triggers anything?
Right ahead.
Is there anything in particular I roll?
Give me a perception check.
Okay. That's going to be a 21.
One. The coin rolls along the ground. Its ridges on its edges, keeping it rolling almost like the way a tire or a wheel would roll. It rolls all the way through. Gets to the giant porthole or trapdoor with the ladder leading down, and it falls off of it. And there's a bit of silence. And then suddenly, some goblins squawking about the coin. Ichi, you understand goblin, right?
Yeah.
You hear these goblins merely going,
It's raining money. I've heard about this. Somewhere in the world, it's raining money right now. We could find it. We could totally find it. Why aren't we finding it? We're stuck here. Why is it there? Who knows? Someone once said that a god dragon got pissed and put gold somewhere. That makes no sense. Nothing makes sense.
Ichi will relay this conversation to everyone.
Rufus going, Shiv/Rufus gonna go, God, Dragon, that is the dumbest.
Gotta mark that I'm 1 coin short.
I told you guys Ra's rave party would come back to haunt you. Okay,
Yeah.
so
I was gonna say,
So-
let's the audience know. Yeah, this is something if you want to check out the Roz Rave Party up in the
Eventually.
YouTube.
Eventually on the YouTube. Not
Eventually
on the YouTube
up on
yet.
YouTube.
it'll be there.
It will.
That being stated, are you guys going down the ladder to go to the second floor of the dungeon boat?
Yes, we'll just we'll just intimidate every goblin that we see because Ichi and Rufa have this covered. Arg.
God damn it. Okay. So fast forward, you're now at the second story of the boat. You are now, let me get my pencil. You are now right here as the ladder takes all the way down into a very similar room, bunch of shelves, nothing on them, and a door leading to the main part of the second floor. What do you do?
On the way down, was there any? So there was nothing in either of these rooms.
No, it's you kind of get the vibe that this room was supposed to be used for storage, and the goblins completely misinterpreting that forced a ladder in there. Maybe
Mm.
because they realized there was no ladder to the second story, and just completely negated and ignored the shelves. They just like, no, ladder more important, and they just built it instead of actually putting up any storage in here.
Got it.
Arg. Where we go.
I just know I don't want to get another trap sprung on me, so I'm just gonna hang back here with good old Shiona. I mean, you know her name.
Madazonger.
Madazong.
Right. Arg.
Shiv/Rufus is going to take point then. Once again, in his usual pattern of checking for traps, 3-foot increments, looking forward ahead 5 to 10 feet. And if
Okay.
any corners, he's going to do the basically stick to the wall mirror.
Okay. So you leave the storage room with the stairs. You
Mhm.
go down the corridor. You get to the bend of the corridor where you basically T-section another one.
Mhm.
Give me a perception check with a -1.
Got so it's 23, so 22.
Okay. As you look left and right, you notice what appears to be, so you are at this point in the junction. You don't see any traps along this hallway. You do see what looks like another holding cell. However, something's weird about the door, and you see something else that's listed as the canteen. If you know anything about naval speak or anything about other languages, you know this is also basically the cafeteria.
Mhm. Would the suspicious room be before or after the canteen?
It's in the opposite direction.
But will we get to it before or after?
You have to go. Well, okay, so the canteen will be to your left. The suspicious room is to your right. Different direction.
Okay, so they're equal across from each other.
Approximately. Oh, I see. From your position.
Yeah.
From your position, the suspicious room is closer. The suspicious room is closer. Let me enunciate
Okay.
that better.
Don't be
Shiv/Rufa
suspicious,
is gonna
don't
look
be
at the
suspicious.
party, hold up a finger, and just kind of sneak, and then once you get to the point where it's gonna turn into a suspicious room, from the bottom, he's gonna put a mirror to check if there's anything suspicious there.
As you look in, you see two things. One is a sign that says "Beware, Bugbear," and then inside, Now, if you know what a bugbear is a type of goblinoid. It is a bigger, taller goblinoid, really good at stealth. Body is very squishy and compressible. However, when you look into the room that says "Beware Bugbear," you see this hulking, fuzzy creature. It looks suddenly, as the light reflects off the mirror, it sees you, and as you're looking at it, you see what looks like a large bear with the head of a bug. Mandibles, huge compound eyes, and even big wings. And this thing goes and starts charging at you. Roll initiative as you have just pissed off the bugbear.
No. We were just looking.
Did
have
we
a
not learn
duck.
anything from Daltonshire and Doors?
We haven't been to Daltonshire yet.
Just us as players.
No, that's fair.
We're just really good at not metagaming.
And I thank you for that. So if you survive this nonsense and we still have time left, you might get a hero point.
Oh, great. To use when?
Hero point.
25.
All right, Michael got a 25. And Kylie, what was yours?
I did stealth.
Okay.
So she's in the back, and I got a 22.
22. Okay. What did you get, Sydney?
At an 18.
You got an 18. Sam, what'd you get?
13.
Sam got a 13.
I'm also in the back because Ichi specifically was hanging out with Shionibus. She's like, she's got the right idea right now.
Okay, I will say that if you guys wish to engage in physical combat, you're gonna have to use one action to move to enter combat, unless you have the range attack. So the bugbear, I'm actually kind of proud of, starts to engage Michael. Michael, you're starting combat as the bugbear is now within 15 feet of you. What do you do?
All right. First action I'm gonna do is it's a free action because this whole ship is open case right now with the Green War.
Mhm.
So I'm going to do what do you call it? Devise a stratagem.
All right. So you're going to go into your mind palace to figure out how to beat a bugbear.
Yeah, and also because I could do this devise stratagem, I could also do a free recall knowledge check on it.
Okay. Give me a oh gosh. Your choice, nature or arcana.
Let me see. Arcana. I mean, I'm not training either one of them, but at least my intelligence is higher with Arcana.
All right, go ahead and roll it.
See, 19. Arcana. 23.
Okay, I was looking at this creature. Your mind palace starts to kind of break it down bit by bit, and you're like, yes, the body mass index of a bear completed with, I don't know why you're Australian all of a sudden, completed with the mandibles and compound eyes and wings of an insect. They seem to be working in tandem. However, even though it can probably gain limited flight, it is definitely a heavy terrestrial alpha predator. And your brain gives you a slight bonus to attack this creature. However, you have never seen anything like this because this has literally been mutated on the boat. A sick joke from Megaw trying to recreate a bugbear.
All right, now we're moving into my actual actions. First action, interact to reach in his pockets to grab one of his pouches, throw it in front of the bugbear.
All right, what are you throwing again?
Caltrops.
Understood. Okay, one action. Throw.
Yeah. Do I have to roll?
No, you can place it in a 5-foot square in front of you.
Yeah, just basically in front of him since he's charging towards Shiv/Rufa. And with the next action, with the whip, he's going to try to trip it.
All right, go ahead and roll to trip against its 42 DC.
Oh yeah, the trip would be actually a device stratagem, so that'll be a preview roll.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, that's 23.
23. Meet to beat, you just got it. You can now trip. Wait. Do you have Titan Grappler?
Yes.
You can trip it.
Yeah. And then with my last action, use all my movement speed to GTFO back to the group. Even if it's like past them, that's what Rufa would do.
Sure. 25 speed of movement. You are now.
Yeah.
So you guys are seeing Rufa. Look around the corner. Reach in, pocket caltrops, take his whip. You see him pull something heavy with a loud thud, and he just starts running towards you.
It's like, oh, bugbear. Actual bugbear. So I think actually the fact that I actually said that, I think, gives everybody around them a +1 to their next attack with the shared stratagem thing.
Oh, nice. So you all get a +1 to hits now that you're fighting an actual bugbear. While confusing, you're at least prepared for something large. That being said, Kylie, it's your turn.
Was that stealth successful? I assume.
Let me confirm. Granted, the creature's around the corner, has not laid eyes on you, and is prone. But for the sake of mechanics, it is. Yeah, it's successful. It has no idea you're there.
Right on. Well, if it's around the corner, I can't do much. I'm gonna stay hidden, but hold my action until I can see it. But like, have my bow ready and hold my action.
Okay, so you're holding your whole action until it comes into your line of sight. Sidney is currently AWOL. Sam, what are you going to do?
Ooh. So, was Rufa the only one in that room? And then he ran out of the room, is that correct?
From what you can see in the hallway, yeah, you saw Rufa kind of post up, look inside from his little mirror glass, have a panic attack, throw some cold trips, and run back, shouting bugbear, real bugbear.
Actual bugbear.
Thank you, actual bugbear.
Ichi's gonna... Does the door shut?
Looking where he is, you see the door is actually broken off one hinge and kind of hanging inside the room. This place has been pretty much destroyed.
This is not good. This is not good. Whew. Ichi only knows how to do one thing, and that is smash. So Ichi's gonna rage.
Okay. I love the reluctance of that rage. Just like, here I go getting angry again. All right.
And make an attack.
All right. So you are you moving to the combat, or are you just how you doing?
Let's see. I've got those feats. Let's see if any of these feats can get me in there. Sudden charge. Oh, it's 2 actions. My rage is... Oh, my rage is only 1 action. Yeah. So with sudden charge, I can do my movement and attack. So...
All right.
Gonna die!
You have more than enough movement. Give me a roll to hit as you're running into this room with all your might, and the rage is overtaking you. And you see this massive, like, Kodiak grizzly with the head of, like, a stag beetle and wings just, like, saliva dripping out of its mouth as it's slowly getting up to you.
Gonna use a hero point.
Use them while you got them.
Okay, that's better. That is a 24 to hit.
You hit. Roll damage. And this is with your maul or your axe of reckoning?
This is with my maul.
All right.
And that is 11 on the die face, plus the modifier, And I'm raging,
Yeah.
which gives me a
Plus
+3. 23 points of damage.
Oh, goddamn. Okay. So you run up with this maul and you swing as you basically like kick your leg like a baseball player with your full momentum, swing into the bugbear. You hit solid as the bugbear kind of, and you can just see saliva dripping out of its creepy bug-like maw. You hit it solidly. That being said, though, it is the bugbear's turn, and then we'll go to Sidney really fast. So the bugbear, now that the juicy, almost called you paladin. So sorry, barbarian, is in harm's way.
I'm not concerned you called me a paladin. I'm concerned about the juicy part.
I'm just gonna bite my tongue and roll. I'm an adult. So the bugbear is actually gonna run by you. Do you have attack of opportunity yet?
Yes.
Okay. If you have an attack of opportunity, because I think some barbarians get that at 6.
Oh,
some might get...
at 6? I think I'm wrong. I don't.
That's okay. Fighters get it level 1. It's super broken, but the creature runs right behind you. I need everyone, make for me a willpower save, including you, Shinobis.
Does this also trigger my attack?
After this willpower save, it will.
27.
You save.
19.
You don't save.
17.
Riley doesn't save. Michael, 24?
Yeah.
Don't save. Okay. So, those who I said didn't save, raise your hand really fast. Okay, those who failed, you are frightened 2. Frightened 2, for those of you who are wondering. You take a status penalty equal to the 2 to the value of all checks and DCs. At the end of each of your turns, the value decreases by 1. So for the next 2 rounds, you're at -2 to checks and saves, incrementally going down. Those who did succeed, but did not critically so, you were at frightened 1. You're at -1 to checks and DCs.
I didn't
Now-
crit save. Did I crit save?
You did not. 27, close, but no cigar. That being said, the creature runs by, just completely just moves past Ichi, and you hear the most horrific, breathy hiss you've ever heard. You know the sound that a cockroach makes when you piss it off? It makes the loudest cockroach hiss that echoes all throughout the boat. As it does the blood-curdling hiss ability. Now, it's about to turn around on its haunches and attack the barbarian. It will do this, but this also provokes Shionibis' withheld action. So Shionibis, if you wish to take a turn, now it's time to do so.
Which is a nat 20.
Yes! Yes.
Okay, roll double damage.
Oh, okay. It's been so long. Okay. I need calculator real fast. 16 and then D10. Where are my D10s? Here's one. Plus 2. Plus another one. Okay. Plus a D4. That's not right. That is 21 points of damage.
Damn. Okay. One shot, crit, right?
Yes.
All right.
And then he is flat-footed to me only.
Okay. So your first shot, you aim, you fire, you tag him right in his eye. You see his one buggy eye, this yellow, like, pus just starts to pour out of his one buggy eye as his head recoils from the impact and starts to kind of, like, lean in favor of the arrow. His mandible still chittering and ready to devour the flesh of your barbarian. Now, you withheld one action. You technically still have 1 or 2. Did you mark him as prey?
I did not, so I still have 1. Oh, let's just fire again without penalty because I have my ring.
Still penalty, but you get to roll twice and take the higher of the two.
That's right. Okay. So that's going to be a 27 to hit.
You hit, roll damage. I wonder if you can kill this thing.
That is 2 points of damage. No, that's not right. That's what 6 points of damage.
Did you add your wisdom modifier as the Ring of
Oh,
Horus
that's
gives
right.
you wisdom modifier damage?
This will be 8 points of damage then.
All right. Oh, this creature is beyond bloodied. As you tag him one more time, and you can see its head weighing from the shot in the eye. It starts to open up its jaw, like it's about to descend on the barbarian. Suddenly, its head actually gets momentum, ricochets off its shoulder, and comes back. Another arrow with a very tight grouping, still in its giant compound bug eye. But it's still standing. It looks like absolute dog crap, but it's still standing. And
EJ,
now, its last action against the barbarian. It tries to bite you with its mandibles.
Come at me, bug.
See here, where's the bonuses to hit? Okay. Does a 25 hit you?
Yes.
All right. You take 14 slashing damage as its mandibles just crush onto you, and you are considered grappled in its mouth.
Still alive.
Nice. Nice. Next up, as this creature has your barbarian in its grasp, we had to pass you because you were AWOL. Sidney, your turn.
Oh, jeez. You said this thing is bloodied? Or
This thing is
no?
beyond bloodied, way beyond bloodied.
Okay. I'm going to use my hand drops of heavenly. I'm going to here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use calm. Oh no. We're gonna use my hand drops of heavenly peace, and we're gonna hit it for non-lethal damage.
All right, knock his ass out.
That is. Does a 21 hit?
Meet the beat, it hits.
Okay, so I'm just gonna just boop it on the head and
Boop
be
it on
like,
the
stop
head."
it! And that is 1d8 plus a strength modifier, right? And plus 1 damage. Okay. I love this movie. Okay. That's like 6 points of damage.
Oh, it's okay. So 6 points of damage. You, with this hook punch, just smack this bug in the face. You see bright light as the back of the head, you see flowers grow out of it. It looks confused, even though it still has Shionibus locked in. Morel is going to go. Morel runs up to the bug. Apologies in advance if this steals your thunder, guys.
I ain't got a problem.
Morel starts charging up out of nowhere, and he just shouts, "You unhand my friend!" You see him gain air, does a Superman punch to the back of this creature's head. you hear a horrible splitting sound as his hand cleaves this guy's head in half. The bug drops. The massive bugbear drops and lets go of Sam. Morel's just kind of sitting there, having done a dirty crit for over 12 damage with just a big right hand. Puts the thing down and goes, "Are you okay, Ichi?"
I'm as good as I'm gonna get. Thanks.
Good. I think I'm all toughed out for the day, but if you need medical attention, I'd be more than happy to grab a loaner or do whatever I need to. In the meantime, good on ya. And he just kind of starts running back to the rest of the group.
So it's dead, right?
Yeah, it does.
You can look at the body if you want to, but he just caved in its skull.
Well, I was gonna say Rufus going to take one of his what do you call it, his flask, and just try to collect some samples
Okay.
for reasons.
Of the bugbear blood?
Gore or visceral or I don't know, gallbladder juice, stuff like that.
That's fair. So you take some of that stuff.
Mhm.
As you start scraping up the bugbear juice, the actual bugbear juice, that is where we're going to end today's episode of Edge of Legend. When we come back, we're going to see what happens when the heroes finally explore the rest of Floor 2 and figure out if they can get to Megaw proper. I'll be right back, and when I get back, I'm going to do some goodbyes. So everyone, start off with you, Sidney. Sidney, tell us where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Oh, hi. Well, you can find me on the internet at Sidney Rubino. That is SIDNEYRUBINO. I do lots of things. Yeah, and specifically of the things that I do on Tuesdays, I upload my story time with Sid, which is a YouTube thing where I read stories with a headdress, and I talk to you about morals and folklore and things, and it's a lot of fun. And if you want to get stories ready, you should do that. And then Sam and I, next Tuesday, are actually doing Alert together on Life Action Roleplay. That's Life Action Roleplay at twitch.com. And we're playing a game called Prosperity, which is a Kickstarter game. It's going to be super cute and really fun. It's about people that exist in tea shops. So if you like tea and tea-themed games, you should totally join Sam and I on Life Action Roleplay next Tuesday. Yeah. That's me. I'm going to shoot it over to another person. I'm just going to shoot it over to Sam.
Well, hello. Yeah, before I do my outro, I just want to do a major shout out to everybody in chat. I see you all explaining like game rules and, tabletop theory, and it's awesome. And I just wanted to say thanks so much because, it takes a lot to learn these kinds of games. So I really appreciate anybody who takes the time to explain it to people, like from the bottom of my heart. So that said, I'm Sam Sterling. You can find me at Hey Sam Sterling in all the internet places. Right now I'm like getting into TikTok. I'm like, a little bit more, a little bit here, a little bit there. I just got a link in my bio. That was a major success for me. And yeah, if you check us out there, you could see, whatever streams I'm on. Like Sidney said, Prosperity, Tuesday on Live Action Roleplay. That would be really exciting.
Very nice. Again, sorry about that. I've had like 5 coffees today, so apologies. But that being said, I guess we had Sidney, we had Sam. Sam, did you do your who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet?
Sure
Tremendous. Michael Powell, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Well, I am Michael Powell, and you can find me all over the internet on my social medias, which is at Mr. Kapow. That's MRKAPAO, or my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Michael Powell Does Stuff, because I do a lot of stuff, such as my YouTube channel, which is Fantastic Tales of Adventure. And on Thursdays, I'm usually on at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm on the Toyzilla Network channel for Toyzilla Live, where we talk about toy news and nostalgia. And also, right after that this week, going to be on Live Action Roleplay for Purgatory Cafe. And let's just say Dante has decided the theme for the month for the cafe is just going to be the color green. So everything's just green. Everything's green.
Very nice. Very nice. And Kylie, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Hello, I'm Kylie, or I go by Kai. It really doesn't matter at this point. You can find me at Kai's Wonderful Life, pretty much all over the internet, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Same with Sam. I've been really into TikTok lately. I should be having some stuff hopefully coming out within the next month and a half, but given time, we'll see. But yeah, that's me.
Thank you so much, everyone, for showing up. Thank you so much for the subs and the gifts and the raids. You guys have been absolutely amazing. I guess because it's St. Paddy's Day, I'm gonna try my best Irish accent on this one. Thank you so much for coming in today. My name has been PJ Megaw. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you here today. It's been an absolute godsend, absolute blessing to have you here on this tremendous day, the day which the leprechauns basically gave the giant finger to all the horrible oppressors of Ireland. And of course, Caesar was stabbed just 2 days ago. So it's a great day for everyone. My name's been PJ Megaw. You can find me all over the internet at pj.megaw. You can find me at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course, TikTok, where I try to do some things and have some fun. I just put up a big video about who the big bad evil guy is for this entire feckin' show. I said feck. It's not technically a bad word. It's got an E in there. It counts. No, it doesn't. It's still R1F. We're about to clock out. Anyway, so please come check me out. Have a good time. When I'm not here Wednesdays with these lovely people, I'm having a wee bit of time with Michael on At the Table Tuesdays 3:30 to 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time as we discuss all things, these amazing TTRPG games that we play. And last but not least, I have a surprise coming for you in May. Still waiting to hear back from some people on that. When I get those details, I'll let you know what's happening in May. It's going to be an absolute crack. So in the meantime, thank you so much. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Happy Wednesday. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for supporting the show. And without further ado, we're going to raid someone called Interpoint Station.
Yeah.
You copy and paste this so I don't spell it wrong, like I did one time.
They're playing a RPG called Lancer. So if you like giant mechs,
Ooh.
yeah.
Yes, I played Lancer. It's a lot of fun. Hope you guys like it. Again, thank you so much, and we'll see you here next week. Same nat time, same nat channel for Edge of Legends. Until then, be safe, guys.